Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for boxing.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
WBC and IBF 154-pound champion of the world.
I'm happy. When you in the trenches, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fold from his. The popular and acclaimed defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
If it was the streets, these niggas would have been smoked. Pack the whole group up. Pack them up and get them the fuck out of boxing.
Haney, Cambosis, one of those folks, maybe Garcia.
All them guys is easy work. They're easy work, man. I'm the top dog.
The hard-hitting young star of boxing, 3-division world champion.
Skill for skill. I'm much more skillful than Canelo. I stand on that. I'm much more skillful.
You and Cambosis, what happens, Tank?
I'm whooping that ass. Tell him come see me. Tell him hold the belts. I'll whoop his ass for free.
The defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland.
We from the city. You know what's happening, what's in the city. TheBoxingVoice.com.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
SDS Promotions.
I remember walking in Mayweather gym, he sitting on the couch. I told him he a bum ass fighter. He ain't say nothing, not one word. He got a fur on, it's 80 degrees.
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, Solo Dolo, Scarface, No Manolo, but I'm sure we'll get a co-host or two to jump on in a bit. In the meantime, in between time, we're here to discuss Gervonta Tank Davis being back. November is still the date as rumored in the past, but we still don't have an opponent yet. So we're trying to figure out who exactly will Tank Davis get in the ring with. Now, we have a couple of things that we want to show you, obviously, that's going to single some people out and take them off the list. First and foremost, Rayo Valenzuela, which many of us thought was going to get the Tank fight. It sounds like he is not. According to Robert Garcia, who is part of his training team, Rayo will not be getting that Tank fight. And, Robert Garcia, via his Twitter, put out a lot of information that we're going to screen share and discuss here on today's episode, as well as the rumor that it could be potentially Lamont Roach from the DMV area, the current champion that was scheduled to fight on Pro Box and is coming off of his Pro Box title defense. So let's get into this screen share here. Good morning to all. Hopefully you're joining us and tuning in and hitting that thumbs up. You know that's free. So here we have one of the first tweets from Robert, and he's responding to a particular Mark T that says, see, you're saying all this after what your charge claimed he was going to do, Davis, on video. Only for you to decide that, nah, I'm not putting my guy in there with Davis because I realize that Davis is going to beat him. Hey, now, Bob, get that boy ready, please. So Garcia comes back and says, yeah, in an interview before his fight, he was asked if he would fight Tank, which he would, but not in November. No one that soon after his fight. Tank has a date and venue lined up. Doesn't mean we have to be his opponent for that specific date. So shout out to Robert that's not going to let Rayo just jump at the opportunity to get a Tank fight, which I don't know how we should be feeling about that, because obviously, Tank is life-changing money because it's a Tank fight, right? And it can change your the perception of you and how good you are in this sport, depending on how well you do in that fight. Look at what happened to Isak Cruz. He became kind of an overnight success because of not being stopped by Tank. So who knows what can come from fighting Tank. But we got another one from Robert. And the same guy says, I guess that's why Robert Garcia told people he won't let him again this year. And now you got Mr. Moonshine talking about Teofimo will KO Gervonta when they fight. Robert comes back and says, I didn't say I didn't let him. I said he wasn't fighting this year. He was in a tough 5-month camp, originally fighting on Tank's undercard in June and then got moved to August. I don't know where everyone got the idea or news he was fighting Tank in 2.5 months after, but that was never true. It was never true. So, that eliminates Rayo Venezuela, which leaves us now Lamont Roach. He is the champion at 130 pounds. And if I'm not mistaken, he's the WBA champion, who obviously have a good relationship with Al Heyman. Many like to believe that belt stands for what benefits Al. So he will move up as the super champion and potentially face Tank. Now, let's just give you a screen share here. These are your rankings. And Cepeda's busy. Schofield is busy in contract. No opponent announced as of yet. Edwin De Los Santos missing in action. We haven't heard from him since his loss to Shakur. And I don't know how much we should want a fight with Edwin and Tank, with Edwin coming off such a long layoff and a loss. Not a good look, if you ask me. I would rather him fight Roach. At least Roach is a champion. You got Andy Cruz. I doubt he gets the fight. He's across the street. Not a name. Gary Cully, I think he's with Matchroom. I doubt he gets the fight. And then it just gets crazy. I don't know who the hell Freddy Mil Macayo. We obviously know Zaru Abdulayev. Frank Martin is dropped to number 8. Lucas Body's at number 9. Ruben Monzon, never heard of him. Gabriel Flores Jr. is now at 11. Yosdeli Napoles, never heard of him. Roger Gutierrez moved up and is at 13, former 130-pound WBA super champ. Nicholas Walters at 14 on his comeback, so he's climbing the rankings as well. Giovanni Cabrera drops to number 15. And that's the WBA because that's who we have to choose from. So the division below is obviously the champion who can request the WBA, face the champion above, and it'll get approved because it's what benefits Al. Now, I do want to show you this. Not that, but this, which is Kenny Ellis claiming at this point, Gervonta Davis is the most feared lightweight in the history of the sport. Promoters, managers, and the fighters are scared to face him. And, what could you say? Is he lying? Probably stretching the truth a bit. But Tank has been available since June. And, where's everybody at? Like, seriously, where's Top Rank trying to make the T.O. fight? Where is Matchroom trying to make the Shakur fight? Fuck it, the Andy Cruz fight. You could at least be throwing Andy's name out there to put him in position. I don't know, man. But before I open up the phone lines, we're going to go over considerations, right? Who we believe can get the fight. On the PBC side, they can always bring out Edwin de los Santos. Again, he's coming off a long layoff. I don't know who wants that with that layoff, but he's with the PBC. Lamont Roach, kind of with the PBC. Isaac Cruz rematch, also PBC. Lamont Roach and Tank seems to make the most sense, except I don't know about availability of venue in that location of the DMV. You know, I don't know. I've been told via my producers that the two venues are already being they're on hold already. I got information here that the venue for the Capital One Arena, November 2nd, has a Washington Capitals versus Columbia Blue Jackets game. And the Capital Arena on November 8th has another game, Washington Capitol versus Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, November 9th is available in Washington in the home of the Wizards. So maybe they can do that. Also, Tank fought Hector in that arena, and Lamont fought Hector. Tank stopped him, and I think Lamont might have dropped him. I don't know. That's pretty much it, man. You do have Barboza Box that is the one that is reporting the Lamont Roach rumors, and I'll screen share that. Now, he is reporting 5 days ago that Rayo was still in the mix. Obviously, we showed you the information from Robert that says Rayo is off the table. So here, this tweet says, looks like it will be November 2nd for Gervonta Davis. Rival has not been confirmed. Rayo and Lamont Roach in the mix, I hear. Pitbull Cruz will be staged on November 2nd or PBC's date in December. Pitbull Rayo 2, still a possibility. Other names in the mix as well. So, again, he did say other names in the mix. No mention of who exactly. But it just seems like the Lamont Roach fight makes the most sense, especially if you're going to keep it in that DMV area. You know, again, both fighters fought Hector. Tank stopped him. Pretty sure Lamont dropped him. You know, they got that DMV backing. You know, and now Rayo's been shut down by Garcia, right? He's not an option. So it just makes the most sense. But that's what we're here for, to discuss. You know, we can always throw the flea flicker, right, of Manny Pacquiao. It's not like Manny Pacquiao and Tank haven't been rumored in the past. Can they get it off? Get Tank that fight while Pacquiao's on his last leg, kind of like they did Oscar with Pacquiao. So, you know, you got Lamont Roach, Edwin De Los Santos, Isaac Cruz rematch, Manny Pacquiao possibility. Now, me always thinking out the box, I will go back to my Keith Thurman bag and say Tank Keith Thurman off the layoff is the only person I'm cool with Thurman fighting off the layoff, right? Why? Because for Thurman, he has the size advantage, and Tank is giving up the disadvantage by moving up in weight. So the inactivity of Thurman and the layoff, you know, that kind of evens itself out now, because that inactivity And Layoff gives Tank more of a realistic shot at 147 versus Thurman. Obviously, a prime Thurman, an active Thurman, would be a bad idea for Tank to move up and weight that far. But again, because we're considering, Thurman as an inactive fighter coming off of injuries, and things of that nature, I feel like it makes the Tank fight a little bit more realistic and even, giving Tank the ability to move up the welterweight, the most luxurious division, put on a pay-per-view fight with someone that is known and been on pay-per-view, done well on pay-per-view, even his own pay-per-view. Now that we have this new standard of what is good and what is bad, he did 130, which isn't necessarily considered good, but it's also very close to 200, which is what's considered good nowadays. So yeah, maybe a Thurman. Now, we also talked about Berto a few years ago, and he did lose to Robert Guerrero. Maybe you do Robert Guerrero to make Treese happy, and he's probably going to call in all giddy. But if you consider Guerrero beating Berto, common opponent with Mayweather and Thurman, and Tank moving up, maybe they could get it off because it's the green plant. I think Robert Guerrero is just too old. And Berto doesn't look old. And Berto looks the part, even though he lost. Like, Guerrero looks like he doesn't look as physically good as Berto. So Berto fits the part. Again, it's more about finding the right fight for Tank to win. So again, Berto coming off the layoff, coming off the loss, maybe that makes sense. Again, I'm throwing out options. My two welterweight options may be left field for you guys. But again, this is what I want you to do. Give me your options. Let's not stick to the normal, the normal stuff, because there's not a lot of normal out there anyway, right? Like, unless we're going to do cross the street fights, which we don't always get. Not to say that we won't, because Tank did try to make a fight with Loma. But, at the 11th hour, we're already less than 60 days out from his rumored November 2nd date. I don't know that they're going to be doing across the street business. This sounds like it's time to do in-house, get it done quick, because we're 2 months out. Let's be real. It's a Tank fight. They shouldn't be waiting this long. They should be giving him the right amount of time for his fight to grow. Now, think about it. His last fight, he wasn't happy with the promotion either, right? So you would figure they're going to get a head start on promotion this time around. But still no announcement of a true opponent. That being said, phone lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion. Discord is available for those that want to speak, and X Space is also available. My landline is connected as well, so anybody looking to talk, go ahead and request, and I will get to you. Let's see. Let me go ahead and put those links in the live chat for both Discord and Twitter Spaces for those that want to call in. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. Hopefully put this episode in the eyes of boxing fans that haven't found this yet, so we can get some new callers, new opinions, and get some thought-provoking boxing talk here. We got Cliff in Connecticut. What's going on, Cliff? Looks like we got to reconnect that. Give me a sec.
And it felt like a long weekend without no boxing, without you.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man, this shit is corny. I feel like I can't come up with an opponent. I was trying to get Roach's opponent. It seems to be the best one. I can't think of nobody on the PC without crossing the street that he can fight. That you gotta, I guess you gotta look at it. there's not a lot of time for him to fight like a. For one, they're all tied up, like the Shakurs and the Peta. Loma don't want to fight. Like, who's gonna want to jump out there and fight Tank like that quick notice and just right out there like that? I don't think many of the big names would even want to do that, which they're not even available. And you said Tank is life changing money, but I don't agree anymore because I mean, all right, at the back end, maybe some pay-per-view coins if he give you a percentage, or what you could do after the fight. But the fight itself, he's not even. He gave Frank what he gave Frank. That wasn't a lot. You can make that. Boots is offering that money to fight. Tank is really out there robbing people.
Champ,
You get you
champ,
get
champ,
1.5. What?
champ. Tank
What?
offered 1.5 with $3 pay-per-view backside to Frank Martin, a non-champion. Just think about
Exactly.
that. No. Think about that. Non-champion. Norman got offered 1.7, which is only 200,000 more than Frank, and with a belt and a tough fight that he had to go through to get that belt. So yeah,
To me, the only thing different is that Tank is giving you that $3, which does make a difference. Trust me, it does. But the thing is you're the face of boxing. Why am I getting the same amount that Boots is offering? You're not really paying to be the face. But if I'm fighting the face, I expect to make
my
way
dude,
more than what it would be to fight Boots.
like I don't think you're
But we're
I don't
getting
think you're
stuck on
assessing it. They just
something
said,
that I didn't
but
want
they
to
just
stick on.
said that Norman pay grade went up 17 times with that offer because he's
Obviously,
a champion.
that
You talking
it
about
doesn't
you
matter.
talking about Frank pay grade going beyond that with the $3 back end and the 1.5 guarantee without being a champion, bro. You keep overlooking that.
What you're overlooking is I'm fighting the face of the sport. If I'm fighting the face of the sport, I should get more money than defending a title versus a email champion who hasn't fought
But
one
you
person
are.
yet.
That's what you're not getting. You're getting more money than a champion. A champion has to
Okay.
win a belt. A
I can
champion has to
see.
win a belt. So imagine if Frank
I
was a
can see.
champion. How much would he have gotten in a Tank fight if he was a champion where you automatically have to get a higher pay grade? This is a non-champion getting championship purses. Again, you're ignoring that, but I'll give you your minutes back, bro, because you're just ignoring that. I think you can't minimize the pay jump for a non-champion. Like, you ain't do shit. You ain't do shit. You're in a Tank fight, so you get championship money. Like,
How much you think
imagine a
Berlanga's
belt
gonna take
holder.
to fight
Imagine a
Canelo?
belt holder. Imagine exactly. Imagine how much Berlanga got. Let's say he got $3 million.
That sounds better.
Bruh, and he's fighting Canelo. Canelo notoriously does more
Canelo
number.
the face?
No, Cliff. No, Canelo's been doing more pay-per-views than Tank. He's been a champion longer. He's been on pay-per-view longer. Like, you fighting the true face of boxing. You calling Tank that.
Let's put it in perspective. Then let's stop calling Tank the face and let's call him what he is.
He next up. That's what he is. He number 2 in line in most pay-per-views. That's what he is.
Yeah, I respect it then. You put it in perspective, I could accept that. I just would think I would make that much versus like a lot versus Tank. A lot, but whatever, we're not gonna go there. I agree. But I just want to say before you let me go, that I
You may
feel
feel like it's your time.
Turkey Alice
But it's
Sheik
not
and
your
Eddie
time.
Hearn did a really good job of kind of icing Tank out. They tied up Zepeda and Shakur, and now they're supposed to fight, I believe, after they're fighting now. So
Bro, you ain't
most of the
icing
biggest
Tank out.
names-
How you icing Tank out? You Shakur fighting a dude coming off a loss. Tank possibly fighting a champion with a belt. Like, how you icing us out?
Wait a minute, how is Tank fighting a champion with a belt? You just
Lamont
said,
Roach, you not listening.
oh, you're counting that 130-pound belt? You counting that? And then
My
we just
brother,
see him
hold
fight
on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Is that
Just
is he a
listen to me.
pro
Just listen to
champion
me.
or is
Just
he
listen to me.
an
Just listen to me.
Because I swore I saw his last fight.
You think when Floyd counts his 24 champions, they all were current with belts when he got in the ring with him, or they were exactly like I'm telling you, he a former champ. You know,
Oh, former
like when he fought Mosley. Well, Mosley had the belt from Margarito. What did Cotto have? Did Cotto have a belt? But again,
But
whoever he fought,
Cordina's
there
a
was a
former champ
former.
as well, then.
Yeah, former champ
Cordina's
coming off a
former champ.
knockout loss, Cliff. What is
Oh,
you? You
my
woke
God.
up blind? You woke up blind today?
Nah, I didn't wake up blind, but you.
So how you
talk
trying to
about
make it the
taking-
same? You
They're-
saying
it's serious. They're
they
both
boxed
coming
them
from
out?
130, and they're both former champions.
My dude, I
Right?
gotta go, man. You
Only
getting
thing
too much free
different-
time to talk crazy this
Oh.
morning. You bugging, bro. My man out here. How is you comparing Lamont Roach, a current defending champion, coming off a hometown defense that was successful, went independent, did it his way, Frank Sinatra style, to a dude coming off a knockout loss? Like, this is insane. Stop, man. Y'all be tripping, bro. Listen, they could go to Vegas. They could go to Vegas with Lamont Roach and Tank. It ain't the best location. You know, obviously, if you're going to choose Roach, you would figure it would be in that DMV area. But Tank is an attraction. He could go to Vegas, and the opponent is the opponent. Also, maybe they could do it in Atlanta. They both close enough to Atlanta that it might make sense for them in Atlanta. Let's see here. We got El Tanque.
Yo, good morning, bro. How you doing?
All good.
Yeah, Cliff's a dumbass. At 40, bro, I mean, it sounds like everybody's ducking Tank, if I'm being completely honest. You know, Rayo's ducking Tank, Loma's ducking Tank. They don't want that fucking work, man. But why not? Give me Andy Hiroka, the WBA interim 140 pounder. I'm sure he won't fucking turn down a Tank fight. It's an interesting fight too, and it's probably better than fighting William Zepeda. You know, beat up the Japanese, and maybe Naoya can meet you somewhere at 130, and you know, you give us another Japanese body on the ring. I mean, what else is out there? Tio? I would love to see Tio and Tank. That's a great fight too, man. What is there at 35, bro? There's literally nothing. He demolishes everybody there. He demolishes Murataya. He demolishes Zepeda. There's literally nobody there, man. He has the Canelo effect, which is I don't give a damn who he fights. The only guy that's probably giving him somewhat of a competition is Shakur and maybe Devin. Other than that, he's clearing out the path. He's like a giant windshield wiper, you know? Every little dumb spotted water that gets in that windshield, he boom wipes that shit out. And it's to be a hailstorm to do something, bro. And ain't nobody out there throwing hail bombs besides Tank Davis. But like I said, man, Andy Hiroka would be nice. I mean, what Mexicans are at 40 outside of Lindolfo?
But champ, you know that's not realistic. If Rayo is turning it down because it's too soon to turn around with 2.5 months, Hiroka just fought and beat
That's
Barroso.
right. Yeah, you're right, bro. Fuck. I mean, damn. Can't believe nobody wants to fight this dude, man. He's the other cash cow in boxing. They just know that, hey, it's like fighting Wilder in that ring with the dude in there, bro, weighing 145 pounds, 135 pounds, bro. He's out here throwing bronze bomber type of shit, knocking out everybody. That's why they don't want to work, which is kind of smart. You know, I can't be mad at Robert. I still think it's kind of like a duck because I don't think they're fighting him anytime soon, man. They're going to defend that belt, you know, at least 2-3 times before they even think about giving it to Tank. Because I don't believe they're beating Tank. I don't think anyone beats him, like I said, outside of Shakur and maybe Devin. But that's it, man. That's like the Canelo effect, man. We all want to see Canelo David. And outside of that, we all think he's beating every other 68-pounder. You know, that's what happens with great fighters in the ring, bro.
What about this? Nobody's considering Devin being available and still being undefeated. Tank could just easily change the narrative. Tank can change the narrative easy.
You may feel like
right?
it's your time.
No, I feel you. We should get that fight.
You do one press conference and you say, oh, Ryan cheated. He's really undefeated. Just like Floyd did. Floyd did the same thing. He said, oh, Pacquiao fought him at a catch weight. I'm fighting him at his true weight when he fought Cotto. And we got a great fight from Floyd and Cotto. You know, Cotto made Floyd bleed, right? People were excited because of that. So He could always offer Devin the fight and, you know, try to tell the world, like, look, he's undefeated. This guy cheated to do that. That shit don't count. I'm going to give him a shot. I felt bad that he got cheated, so we giving him a shot. I mean, it could work. It could certainly work. So, yeah, that's now 3 options I've given outside the box. Let's see who's next on the check-in. CYP with your free call.
Yo, what up?
What up?
Shout out to Cliff having us jump off that shit early this morning. You know what I'm saying? It's too early to be jumping off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even interested in cliffhangers. God damn, man. Cliff, I like you, but sometimes, man, your hate for Tank be coming off like, making you sound like H-Town, dog. And do not sound like H-Town. Hey, but I was thinking about this shit, right? And I was like, Tank and Canelo do carry boxing financially. Everybody knows that. When it comes to bringing in casual fans and keeping the sport growing, it's them two. Let's just keep it real. It is. Without them two, casuals really ain't turning into the sport on a regular basis. It's just what it is. So I looked at it like, when you get a belt and you're either up their division, in their division, or below their division, that's actually a great thing because you hold leverage on a fight with them. Because if you're in their division, especially if you're in a promotion company, you know it's like my payday. It's like, damn, I got this belt now. Now I know there's a fight out there with Tank or Canelo where I can make millions of dollars. I know it. But without them two, you're going to be making $70,000, $100,000, $200,000 for 5 or 6 fights in a row, hoping that you don't lose. Now you ask yourself, would you want to take 5 or 6 fights hoping you don't lose to try to become a millionaire fighter in the future, or take that $2 million from him, $5 million from him, $3 million from him, and maybe lose, but still guarantee that money for your family and your future, and still go back to making more than you would have made if you didn't take that fight? I want y'all to think about that, because it's a business at the same time, right? I always give y'all the business. There's been plenty of times in my sport, track and field, where people try to run 9 seconds, because you run 9 seconds, you're going to be able to sign a contract, right? But some of them contracts ain't the best contracts, but it guarantees you money where you know you're going to make money at the end of the year every single year, and it's going to be guaranteed for 3 or 4 years. So they take that because it's guaranteed money, and it helps you live better and buy certain things, houses, things like that. Some of these fighters, it is what it is. Your favorite fighter, his best option may be to get his ass whooped by Tank. Like Shakur, his best option may be to avoid Tank, especially with rider season coming in, helping him. But a lot of these fighters, Ryo included, Isak included, Rolly, whoever get that belt around Tank, your best job is to see if Tank wants that belt, because that's guaranteed high money to give you to a bigger audience. It'll propel you up there. So don't always be afraid to get up in there and get your ass kicked, because it could be beneficial. Now, last part. Fighting everybody is not a sign of your greatness. No. It's a sign that you're a tough guy. A tough guy fights everybody, right? But the guy who don't fight that many people, because people are scared of him, that's the fucking man. The dude who don't nobody really want to fight, they got to be paid a lot of money, or I got to think about it, that's the killer. Remember, we always talk about the most feared fighter in boxing is not the guy with the best resume. If Tank fought like Floyd, he would fight everybody if he fought like Floyd. Floyd fought everybody in the later of his career because there wasn't no fear of getting knocked out. A real man knows. A real man, listen to me. If a dude can knock your ass out or embarrass you, you think twice about fighting that man. Let's stop playing these games. We just getting started. See why I'll be back.
All right. And we going out to these super chats. Right now we at 231,718. So we still need about another 300 subscribers to get to that next goal of 232,000 subscribers. Right now, we're going to go to these super chats. First super chat of the day, salute DC3, $2. I'm a Tank fan, but I got to do him like I do Kerr. Face with Hardin smoke out the nose. Salute to you. $2 again from DC3 says, they about to kill my dog this episode. Face with Hardin smoke out the nose. H-Town, Dev and Ryan too big at 140, just right. Excuse me, Dev and Ryan too big at 140. Rayo just right. One duck emoji, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 duck emojis. Years of lurking, $2. Why we hyping up, bringing up Lamont Roach? Hashtag down bad. We're not hyping it up, but I mean, we just went through the options, right? Like, Lamont Roach outside of Pacquiao is the best realistic option. If we're going outside of the realistic options and we're going left field, then we're talking about my fights that I brought up that probably won't happen, right? Chills, welcome to the prospect level. Lake County, $2. Need these A-sides frozen out. Even playing field. True, that would be good. Trees, Toledo.
Y'all. What up, though? What up, though?
What up?
You should, you know me. It's my type of shit. We talking matchmaking madness. You know me. We got that covered. Hey, I was just thinking. I'm like, you say you want shit from left field. Well, I got you covered. I heard you say some Robert Guerrero. Nah, we ain't looking at that. But I'm thinking about maybe they could use a Alberto Puello or something like him. I know he had got the win over young Gary Antoine Russell. You feel me? I think that's a value option.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
that's another 140-pound belt too. Rayo was smaller moving up. Puello's always been 140, so I don't know that Tank and his team gonna do that. Remember, Barrios was also moving up. He wasn't natural 140. He started at 22, I think. So you asking him to fight a natural 40, dude probably sucking down from. Look at Devin, 65.
I was either thinking him. I was also thinking about, I ain't gonna hold you, I think they might try to dust the young Javier Fortuna off. I know Tank ain't never been in the ring with him. I just seen Javier Fortuna came off a knockout win not too long ago. Go ahead.
When have you seen Tank fight a dude coming on? When have you seen Tank fight a dude coming over like a 2-year layoff or a 1-year layoff? Like that's not happening, bro.
I'm just saying. You said left field options.
I'm just saying. You gotta look at his resume. He's never fought someone. You got to go so far back to find like an irrelevant fighter. You got to really go back.
What you mean? Like, what you mean? How relevant?
Like Nunez.
The only option really is Lamont Roach if we really being real about it. But I'm saying the Puello fight.
I'm just saying
the Puello fight is really like, to me. That's if I think Puello is he's an option. Because like I say, he beat the Gary Antoine Russell. He's a DC fighter. You feel me? I feel like if Gary Antoine Russell had won that fight, I feel like Tank would have tried to make that fight. Would have tried to make it like on some I couldn't get a hold of you, big bro. I'm gonna get a hold of you type, And I don't know, but if they trying to keep it on some in the DC vein, because I'm thinking that, like I say, that Lamont Roach, the Gary Antoine Russell would have been a move. I don't know if they gonna bring Gary Russell. I don't know where he at. I feel like he more so a coach than a fighter these days. So Chris Colbert coming off that L. I seen that his fight with Nair Albright. I don't even know what really happened to that. So maybe Chris Colbert might get in the mix, but I don't know. But like I say, Fortuna, I think he's an option. You'd be surprised. He's a PBC guy. Every time you look up, he's in there in the mix.
Feel like it's your time.
Shout out TBV. Shout out Toledo, Ohio. Albert Bell, October 26th, Dallas, Texas, man. Y'all be cool.
All right. Up next, H-Town.
What up, next? Can you hear me?
Yep.
H-Town, baby. Man, what the hell was Carlos talking about? The belts and getting fight with Tank because the belts? Man, shit. Loma had the belt, couldn't get the fight. Keel had the belt, couldn't get the fight. Dan Cambosos got the belts, couldn't get the fight. Devin got the belts, couldn't get the fight. Man, all these guys were at 135 with Tank. He avoided all of them. Man, y'all need to stop sugarcoating this shit. Now y'all expect him to take a viable opponent at 140? Man, this man, he's super talented, man. I'm not saying he's not talented, man, but this guy don't want a real challenge, man. He's just trying to get the most money for the less risk, man. And it is what it is. That's his move. That's what he wants. All these Tank fans need to get real, man. He ain't gonna fight Paro. He ain't gonna fight no real champion, man. He ain't gonna fight Teal. Man, then you got him saying that they're gonna put him with Ryo. I heard Ryo in the Cowboy Stadium. They're selling that boy out for failure. Ain't nobody gonna be selling that goddamn stadium out for Tank. Tank don't sell like that. They better put some Mexican kids on the undercard from Dallas or something. They better put Earl on the undercard or something. Earl and David Benavidez. They're trying to sell out that stadium. They ain't gonna sell out that damn stadium. They're crazy, man. They'll make Tank look like a fool. They'll take that fight to Vegas if he's gonna fight Ryo. But man, I don't know what the hell's going on, man. These guys just always making up excuses for Tank, man. Like I said, I never said the guy is not talented and he's not good. But you got CYP saying that, oh, when you were real bad, man, you don't need to fight nobody. You just avoid all the fights, and if that means you're the baddest because you didn't have to fight him because they didn't want to fight you. When everybody showed that they want to fight him and they don't want to pay nobody, they didn't want to pay Devin, they didn't want to pay Teal, they didn't want to pay nobody. Loma, they just ran from Loma. Now they want to fight Loma 7 years later. It's ridiculous, man. Say the truth, dance, man. Don't let them get away with this bull crap. Man, how many times they said Devin outpricing himself? That's why they couldn't get the fight, Ness. How many times was that their excuse? And then when that didn't work, what did they say? Oh, he's too big.
Hey,
man, this is bullshit.
Everybody has failed negotiations, champ.
Man, how many failed negotiations? This guy's supposed to be the star of the division, and he can't get in the ring with no other star without crazy stipulations. That's ridiculous. Be like, hey, yeah, you fight me, I'll fight you. Just, tie one arm behind your back and stand on one leg. Then when he knocks him out, did you see him knock him out? Did you see that? He's the greatest. Did you see it? Bunch of glazers, bro. Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, y'all Tank glazers. Y'all tripping, man. I'm out.
Yo, that was actually pretty dope. I wonder if my editor could make that into a short. That Dunkin' Donuts Krispy Kreme glazes, that was pretty funny. I ain't gonna front. Let's see who is next. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It's gonna help with the visibility. I got Sean Robinson, $5. If everyone is avoiding Tank, then they can just sell the pit bull fight even though he lost. Tank just has to be the first to promise a KO. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $5. There's honestly a lot of competition out there for Tank all over the world. PBC just has to make the cross promo fights. Why not go on a UK tour? I mean, give me some names exactly. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $2. We saving Fortuna for Abdullah. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, shit. How long is that going to be? By the time they give Abdullah Fortuna, he going to be a grandpa or some shit. DC. Oh, no. John, what up?
Man, hello?
Yep.
Hey, man, both those calls, the CYP and H-Town, those were some legendary calls today. Okay, so we're talking Lamont Roach. Man, I actually, with the options, it's a good option. I just hate to see, Lamont. Hey, shout out to Pro Box, baby. You get a show on Pro Box, all of a sudden you get Tank fights. So, I mean, that is props to them, but I'm like, man, I don't want to see Lamont get, dropped off so quick. I wanted to see him on another Pro Box card. I don't think he could win, but it would be a good fight. It is a good fight, though. And then the other day, you were talking about fights for Tito. Did anybody say Jukenbaev? Him and Jukenbaev? That we can get that popping. Hello?
Say again?
The other day you were talking about Tito Mercado. Did anybody mention Jukenbaev from Pro Box?
Mention him for what? For an opponent for who, though?
for Tito. Hey, I'll call back because I don't think you can hear me.
No, I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine. But just saying, I'm just it's left field. We talking Tank. You bringing up Tito, but Jukenbaev
Oh
as
yeah, I
an
know. 'Cause
opponent for Mercado. No, nobody brought that up. I think maybe Brandon actually. Maybe Brandon.
Yeah,
That's
see,
one of his favorite fighters, Jukenbaev.
yeah, that's a good fight. Yeah, sorry, I ain't called in a week, but I thought of that the other day. But I'm down with it. It shows you, man, the guys are ducking. Like really, like Tank's open. You guys calling for this fight? He's wide open, and now nobody wants to step to the plate. So I mean, you got to take some heat off Tank's back. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh yeah. Watch that Pro Box this week, Wednesday. Lester Martinez, Joe Sean James. That's going to be a good one.
All
Thank you.
right. All right. Appreciate you. Let's see what we got. DC3.
Yo.
Yo.
You can hear me?
I hear
Look,
you.
man. All right, man. Damn, I wish you would have let me get that car so I can get on H-Town ass. But it's all good, though, H-Town. H-Town, you got to stop with this bullshit you be doing. We sent the contract to Loma for an IBF strap. What'd he do, Nish?
He said he was unavailable.
All right, and Shakur said out his own mouth, we hollered at him. And what Shakur proceeds to do after we holler at him, Nish?
Signs a 2-fight deal.
Okay then, so we not finna do this H-Town. Like I told you, bro, I was the first super chat that I said I'm not cool with this Lamont Roach fight. I'm not cool with him bringing up a guy from 130, even though Tank really naturally a 130 pounder. You know what I'm saying? He been fighting big guys his whole career, but I'm not a biased guy, and I'm not finna sit here and say I'm cool. I'm not cool with that fight at all. So and I already know this clown and Pristine Sports in the chat. He gonna be hating the whole day. I'm already here for it. Then this Cliff guy. Cliff, you a clown, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That seeing your name stands for clown. All this, he's not the face. He don't sell it, bro. Do you see what happens when he fight? Like, bro, we can't go a day without his name coming up, bro. So you sound ignorant with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like what he need to do, because I don't want that Roach fight, Nish. I want him to go get a build at 140. Or holler at Barinchek or something, man. Like, I don't want him to fight no 130 pounder. Like, bro saying he only got 6, 7 fights. So let's get at least 4, 5 names out of it. Or like you said, holler at Dev, holler at who else got a strap in? Man, I want that T.O. fight. Fuck it. That's the fight we need to make. Tank versus T.O. That's a big fight. We need to go ahead and knock T.O. out, man. T.O. who else at 140? I'll go get Liam Paro, because I don't think Devin that IBF
T.O. is a good
IBF
option right now because T.O., he got 2 bad-looking performances. If you're going to jump on him, now is the time.
Facts, that's what I'm saying. Let's go get T.O., man. Let's go get a build at 140, man, because the two real names at 135, they didn't want Tank. They obviously didn't want him. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, if he going to 140, it's going to be in-house, so they probably going to do Puello or since they can't do Rayo.
Yeah, so we got it, but I believe it when I see it, because Rayo ain't ducking that Tank money. I believe it when I see it. When I'm willing to believe Adam gonna give him a little extra to fight him. That's obvious who they want. They really want that Rayo smoke. But man, H-Town, man, stop being biased, man. Come on, man. Just be honest. Use a clear hater. You, Jerry Suriano, Pristine Sports, y'all just haters. Y'all can't be biased. Y'all gotta hate. Y'all just gotta hate. I'm out though. I'm gonna call back in because I know these clowns gonna talk crazy.
All right. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. That's free. Costs you nothing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. We're trying to get to that next goal. Beat the press. What up? My bad. I am so sorry. I just got this text here and I stood so dead quiet. Deadpool for real, for real. What up?
What up, Nancy? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro? So we talking about Gervonta Davis. I just want to jump on here and say, bro, I see a lot of guys like, on their knees for this dude, and he's not bad. He's a good fighter, but everyone's saying he's the best at 135, and it's by a long shot. Well, he waited for all the competition to leave. He's been there since about 2020, 21. Two generations of champions, of undisputed champions, have came and went and moved on. While all the while people were saying Davis was the best guy in his division, but he never wanted to prove it. And someone like Devin Haney and Teofimo, I think they would have fought him. I don't think he wants to fight them. I actually think he could beat them. He has a chance. It's like more like 50-50. But his team don't believe in him. He don't believe in himself the way the guys calling him believe in him, because he don't take these fights. And if he fights someone like Lamont Roach or Albert Bell, I'm not sure what to think of. I'm not sure what anyone like. How can you defend that, bro? Like, I thought Frank Martin would be like a soft touch, kind of
Damn, you think
stay busy
Albert
fight.
Bell? You think Albert Bell's a soft touch? Dude's 6 feet tall.
No, I said I thought Frank Martin would be, or maybe I'm mixing up Albert Bell with somebody else. Maybe I'm mixing him up with someone that likes his another Bell, bro. But I haven't. So maybe I'm mixing up Albert Bell with somebody else, bro.
I mean, Albert Bell's
But
from
yes,
130 pounds. He's not a champion, and he's not with a
okay. Well,
major.
maybe it might be that dude. It might be that. It might be the same dude then, bro. And yeah, if you're bringing up somebody else in weight who's not a champion dude, then all right. Yeah, he could be 6 feet tall,
No,
and
no,
that looks
no,
good
no, no.
visually.
No, the dude he is bringing up is a champion. You said Albert Bell, so I was giving you his statistics. Lamont Roach is the rumored fight that is being rumored champion that's being brought up. He is a champion, WBA 130-pound champion.
At 130. At 130.
130, yeah.
I think Davis would be better at 130. I think he's really 130 pounder. Right, he used to throw more combinations, all that. He looked much better at 130 than 135. He's just looking for a big punch. But just to sum up what I was saying, bro, like he's good, bro. But he waited for the whole division to come and leave. We're still waiting for him to show his ass. So that's it, bro.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. If you want to call in, landline is available. That number to call, 1-563-999-3427. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. And we got X Spaces and Twitter, X Spaces and Discord also available. Joe Pilot de lo Mio, what up? Joe Pilot.
Yo, you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Tranquilo, buenos días. You already know, man, it's kind of crazy, man. It's just like 35 is kind of like, after Shakur and Loma, it's like, it's like, who can you really fight that's been kind of proven? There's not really that many guys. Like, you could fight, I'm for the Schofield fight. Fight a young up and coming black fighter, young, up and coming young black fighter. He's like what, 21? Give him a chance. Type, fight a young guy coming up. Schofield's a power puncher guy, and that fight's gonna sell. I think Floyd Senior will sell the fight. Will really sell the fight like crazy, and that fight might do some good numbers. And do it down there maybe in Texas or something, or do it in Houston. I kind of like Tank going around different places how he used to go. LA, Atlanta, he went to DC. I kind of like that about boxing when people like boxers go to different markets, I don't always just like them at New York or Vegas or something like that. Go to different places. But Schofield to me is a chance, or, a better name is he should have tried to steal Cepeda from Shakur. He should have tried to steal him because Cepeda's a top 5. And, Cepeda got the Mexicans behind him. I mean, not really. He don't have a crazy big fan base at all. He doesn't really have a fan base, but Mexicans know who Tank is, and they might get behind Cepeda. De La Hoya, being his mouthpiece, could sell that fight. I think he should have tried to steal that guy, Cepeda for him. But maybe, the Riyadh money he's getting for Shakur might be greater, but Cepeda has a better chance of catching a Tank than catching a Shakur because, Shakur's like the 1970 Steelers, man. He's the Iron Curtain, whatever it's called, the defense. He's hard to catch, man. He's going to be hard to catch, that guy. And two, it's not really that many names. That's the problem. Like, to me, I wouldn't mind a Schofield fight an up-and-coming guy. Give a young up-and-coming guy a shot. His father sells the fight, a la Angel Garcia, Tio, Bill Haney. Or, maybe 40. Like, I don't think he'll go to, he didn't fight Tio at 35. Why would he fight Tio at 40? And, and Tio's with Top Rank, and there's never been rumored fight. So I just don't think that's possible. Haney's trying to get back on the horse. He's on the low end right now. He's trying to build his name back up. So financially, a Devin fight versus Tank, it could sell numbers. People, don't like Devin, want to see him get knocked out. So that fight could sell, but I don't know. But I'm out.
Not your time. All right, Nike Hendricks. What up?
Yo, you got me?
Yep.
Shouts out to the Boxing Voice, man. Shouts out to Ness, the whole squad doing their thing. So, man, I've been listening to everybody talk, man. Everybody got their opinion. So I'm going to throw mine in there. My favorite fighter, Mr. Haney. I definitely want to see Tank fight him, but who knows how that's going to go. But the other fight, man, it's either for me. I'm going to say for me, because I can't speak for nobody else. For me, who I would want to see Tank fight next is 4 out of 4 fighters. Devin, Shakur, Tio, or Loma. If it ain't out of them 4, who the fuck are you fighting?
Dan. Dan, they just announced Kunsakow and Foster on Tank Date, November 2nd, Top Rank.
Ooh.
Turning Stone Casino, so they going to New York, though. They going to New York, upstate New York.
Okay. I was about to say, that's a nice fight right there, though. I like that fight. That's a nice fight. Kunsakow got the belt or no?
Damn, who the hell is Jesus Perez? What? Murataya back versus Perez. Who the hell? I know that ain't that other kid, man.
Now they just throwing people out there, man. But yeah, the Tank, man. I mean, like one of the callers say, he's like the Canelo, the cash cow. But it's like, damn, bro, you didn't knock a lot of motherfuckers off, and you didn't, got your money up. Shit, now it's time for the fights that's gonna test you. I say besides Barrios, and who is the other one? It one Fonseca. He slept the shit out. He slept all long.
Bro, Hank Lundy back out of retirement. Yo, shout out to Top Rank. They got Hank Lundy on this card. Lord have mercy.
Fuck out of here. Hank Lundy about to get murdered. Should have kept his ass out the ring. But damn, who was the one Tank fought at 130 for the belt? That wasn't Fonseca, was it?
Hector Garcia.
Nah, not Hector. He brought Hector up. I'm talking about at 130, who he fought.
Oh, Leo.
For the belt.
Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, that's who it is. Santa Cruz. I give him that Santa Cruz and Barrios. Them out of them two, everybody else really ain't have no skills for Tank to really match up against him. Shit. So besides Santa Cruz and Barrios, I don't see nobody else. When Mikey was still fighting, I would have liked that fight with Tank, Mikey and Tank. When Mikey was still in the ring, Garcia. But other than that, man, I don't see nobody really fucking with him besides Devin, Shakur, Loma, or Tio. Them the 4 I need to see right now, man. Out of them 4, man, because everybody else, I'm really not liking that shit, man. I'm not liking bringing up Lamont Roach, but I'm not hating on Roach. If he get his shot to get that money, take it, Roach. But I really don't like that. Or like you said, Ness, if we want to go out the gate or some crazy shit, meet in the way at 130. Other than that, man, I don't see nobody else really fucking with Tank in skill wise.
You
But
may
that's
feel
my
like it's
call.
your time, but it's not your time.
CYP counter, and we got Pluto, $2. What about trying to work out a Inoue fight at 130? Not enough time. Tank has a date. Super fights, you can't have a date for a super fight. Y'all got to come to an agreement. Tank has a date, so he needs an opponent, not another, not another like A-side. Dub 100, $2. Tank fight Gary Russell Jr. Stop ducking. 5 ducks emojis. That's a good fight, but it's past the sell date, man. Gary Russell Jr. is, nobody knows him. This generation don't know him. He ain't fought enough for these new fans to know him. I don't even know the Tank fans know him anymore. It got to be older ones like me, H-Town, $2. Shakur and Zepeda, 10%. Laugh out loud, 20%. Real offer. Clown emoji, duck emoji, big bag emoji, cherry emoji, pick emoji? What in the world?
Yo. Shit crazy to me, man. I feel like a teacher, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get our grades together so we could pass these kids on to the next grade. Because no matter how much I tell you I like y'all, you know what I'm saying? I like it better when you move the fuck out my class. Like, it's time for y'all to get out my class, move on. We're going to keep talking about what nobody offers nobody. Dude said that they don't believe in Tank Davis. They don't believe, we don't believe you could beat Devin, Shakur, Tio. We don't believe it. And it's funny how you mentioned 4 dudes who were predominantly with Top Rank. So I'm confused here. If that's the case, why don't Top Rank ever reach out and give Tank an offer when he was with Showtime? How about even Amazon? How about you? So it's 1 dude versus 4, and he got to offer all 4 of them, or they don't believe in him. But none of y'all can say, hey man, do what Bud told Bob to do. Make that offer. Do your best to get that fight, or you got to pay me $1 million. Nobody was ever doing that with Tank. You know why? Because Tank would have said, shit, you ain't got to get that $1 million. I got a check right here for you to cash. Like, it would have been very easy, but we're going to keep pretending as if the sides of the street are not real, even though fighters will tell you that come to TV and tell you that. You will still ignore that. They will report it in reports. You will still not believe it. Like, there's something about y'all intelligence I don't understand. Does hate clog your intelligence? Like, look at it like this, right? I don't have to like Meg Thee Stallion, right? But she's still a baddie, though. You see that? My hate did not stop my intelligence, right? You see how y'all work? To think that Tank Davis is afraid of them names is insane. Nobody right now is afraid of Shakur. I'm be honest with you. Nobody's afraid to fight Shakur. Nobody, okay? They might be afraid of the performance and the pay-per-view sales, but they ain't afraid to fight the dude. Stop with the cap. I don't understand y'all. Y'all hate for Tank is so crazy, but you watch every fight anyway. I want y'all to realize how desperate y'all look right now. You talk about bad about somebody every topic he gets, but you watch every fight he gets. I want y'all to think about that for a second. Let that marinate. If you dislike him so much and you don't like his opponents and you don't think he fights nobody, why the hell have you seen every single fight? Dummies. CYP out.
Copy cool, what it do?
What's going on, champ? What's going on?
What up?
Yeah, man. I think the kid you talking about, the Perez kid, is the kid that fought Jojo last. Jojo Diaz last. I think. Yeah, that's the kid that I think is gonna fight him. He fought Jojo. He fought Brian Norman at 46, 47. 47. But yeah, that's the kid I think you're referring to. But yeah, about Gervonta, I mean, he's gonna do what he does best, right? I mean, his whole career, and these are facts, right? He's brought somebody up to fight him, or he's brought somebody down. It's rare that he has for anybody at his weight class. And I think that does De Los Santos has a fight locked up yet?
I mean, they saying he's injured, right? So I don't know, no fight that
Okay,
he's
so
been
that
rumored.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just thinking of the names that potentially at 35 will will make sense for him to fight, and it really doesn't. There's nobody at 35 that everybody at 35 has a fight, right? Cepeda has a fight, Davis has a fight, Limos has a fight. Who else is the only other dude I could think of that has a little light underneath him is your kid, what's his name, Schofield. That's the only other kid at 35 that makes sense, unless you want to take out an old man and Nicholas Walters, but those are the only guys at 35 that make sense for him. And everybody has a fight unless he's gonna go against Andy Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Like those fights have a little bit of push behind them, but do they make sense at this weight of his career? So it has to be a big name, you know. Um, and like I said before, it's most likely going to be him bringing somebody up. That's what he's done his whole career. And fighting. People. I know one of the calls earlier was like, "Oh, he's been a smaller man." No, absolutely, he's been a bigger man. You know, I mean, he brought up Leo, he brought up Cuevas, he brought up what's the other kid's name? Oh, can't think of his name right now. But anyway, he's done it. He's done it a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? And then again, at 30, who was worth coming up? Unless he's a champion. And do you just said Consecal has a fight. Is he gonna fight like a Valdez, or I think Valdez has a fight too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Valdez is
So
fighting Navarrete.
so there you go. So you know what I'm saying. So there you go. Like, is he gonna fight the kid what's the kid's name from the IBF at 30?
IBF at 30.
That he beat up on
Yeah, he's in a fight too. You talking about Anthony Kakase? He's in a fight.
that kid. You see, that's what I'm saying. So like, where do you go? You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see what's gonna happen. I'm interested to see who they pick, because it's like there's really nobody there. But anyway, bro, that's
You
my
may
call.
feel
I
like it's your
appreciate you.
time, but it's not your time.
All right, champ. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash the thumbs up. You know that's free, right? It's free. Quentin S. Many promises, $2. Jermaine Ortiz or Tio for Tank. I like the Ortiz option, Quentin. You hit me up on IG. I didn't want to steal that because I didn't want to sound biased, but I like that option. It's like you can't get Loma, get the guy that some people feel like maybe beat Loma. You feel me? Some people. And you stop him. Show what Loma couldn't do. DC3, $2. H-Town, Hayes Benavidez. Never call Nello out for duck emoji in, which means ducking. We got Raj, $5. Ness Heyman at his finest this morning. Ness, are you hoping Al, Ellerby, and Coach Kenny are listening to this smoke? Hashtag Hardin being blowing up. Tank ass. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even know what I said to make you feel that way, but okay. Phone lines are open, though. Brandon, Cincinnati.
Yo, Ness, audio.
Straight.
Yeah, I'm in a bad area. Forgive me if I break up. But yeah, I just need everybody to keep that same energy, man. We naming Shakur, we naming Devin, we naming all these fights we wanted for years. But every time we mention those fights, all I hear is Leonard Ellerby. Those fights ain't ready. Those guys ain't done enough. I hear Coach Calvin, we can't do what we do. And it looks like it's coming back to bite Tank and the team in the ass, man. You wanted Shakur and them to do more to get their name up, to get their financial backing up. And when they venture off and do that and go fuck with a turkey to get his bag and get his backing so he can come back to the table and get a respectable offer, we can't complain now. We can't complain now. We can't say, like CYP said, why don't they send Tank an offer? Remember Leonard Ellerby when Eddie Hearn was trying to make the Tevin fight? What did Leonard Ellerby say? These guys can't send A-size offers, so we can't change that now. So yeah, man. It's the good old marination game, and it just didn't work this time. We sat around wanting these fights with the TOs and the Devins and the Shakurs, and now that everybody doing their own thing, and Tank ready to circle back, we can't get mad at them for doing their own thing. I remember when Devin wanted to fight Tank, last year at 140? Everybody, including CYP and others, Tank don't fight at 140. He fight at 135. He don't do 140 fights no more. When he did it once, he didn't like it. So if you want to fight Tank, you got to do it at 135. Now it's getting desperate. Now we naming 140-pound fighters. So I just, like I said, everybody just got to keep it consistent, man. Because now he in the predicament where it's obvious he'll never hit that million again, like he did with Ryan, unless he's fighting Ryan. So we can honestly see there ain't no opponents that'll get him to a million. It's looking like it ain't really no opponents that even get him to a 500,000. We talking Lamont Roach. We talking Rayo. It's not looking good for him. So what I think Tank and his team need to do, old Leonard Ellaby, humble yourselves when it comes to negotiations. Realize that you need these guys just like they need you. And let's get these fucking fights made rather than doing what we've been doing, jockeying for A side, having a pissing match, thinking Tank's this big superstar and everybody's gonna kowtow and just back down and fight him, and he can fight him when he wants to fight him. Did the same shit with Loma. So yeah, man, that's where we at. It sucks, but he's gonna have to offer out some crazy money. We can't ask Eddie Hearn to offer out life-changing 20 times fighters' highest purses for Brian Norman, and then we don't expect Tank to have to do the same for the Shakurs and other big names. So he better start sending out shit. If Shakur getting 3-4 million for Cordina, they said it wasn't 5, so I'm just gonna say maybe 3. We better send out a 6, 7.
Brandon, let me make sure he's there listening to me. Where you at? I'm gonna wait for him to pop on. That boy is so hypocritical. I don't get it. Why? I mean, y'all talk about me. Y'all don't never call him out. Okay, he's there. He's listening now. Brandon, why are you such a hypocrite? I wrote this down. So we go nah boo boo at Tank when he wanna quote unquote spin the block, but when Crawford left that money on the table, the 10 and the $20 million you say, right? You just finished saying that sentence, right? He left that on the table to go get that 10 million real easy, and we didn't mind. I believe Bud Crawford fans' words were, "We gonna spin the block." So like, what's wrong with Tank spinning that block now? A little hypocritical, champ. A little hypocritical. Just saying. You know what I mean? H-Town, counter.
What up, man? Can you hear me?
Perfect.
H-Town, baby. All right, let me talk to the chat right now. They'll be like, oh, he didn't tell Canelo there with David. He didn't tell Canelo there with David. He's being hypocritical. Nah, bro. Yes. What were my exact words? David needs to stay at 68. That way we could call Canelo a duck. Did I? I mean, I thought I said that. Did I say that, Ness?
You said it.
Yeah, I was like, hey, if he stays at 68, officially he's a duck. Don't give Canelo an out. But what did David do, Ness?
Gave Canelo
He gave him an out. So, man, y'all need to shut up, dog. Tank, people been trying to get a Tank fight forever. And every time it's not right, they want too much money. He's too big. It's always something. It's always something. Like I said, he ducked pillow fisted Devin. The guy that supposedly couldn't even hurt him in sparring. The guy that sucks. You know? Well, what's your excuse for that? I mean, hey, you know what? Ryan's the one that knocked down Devin, not Tank. It don't work like that. So because Ryan did it, don't mean Tank can do it. Y'all over here tripping, man. Y'all giving Tank victories he never had. He don't even got to get in the ring. He beat Ness. He beat everybody already. He didn't even have to swing. That's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. Man, Wahid, whatever you want, call him Wahid. He need to heed some goddamn advice and take some goddamn fights. He's tripping. Hey, man, who's he going to fight, man? Well, let's go with Teal. Teal's sorry now, right? Teal, he don't got it no more. Hell, he's right for the picking. Let's take a weak Teal. You know, Teal ain't no good no more. He's trash. Come on, Tank, come get Teal. Come on, man. He offered 10, 20%, whatever to Shakur or Cepeda or anybody else. That's just his way to get out. And you got his advisor saying that, no, it's not ready. Not now. When? He's 30. Hey, Nez, let me build my fighter till he's 35 years old. I'm building my fighter. We still building Tank. Man, so is he the greatest or are we building him? What the hell are we doing here? Like, I don't know, man. Make up your goddamn mind. Are we building Tank up still? Is he the face of boxing? I never heard the face of boxing being built. Ness, you heard that before?
I mean,
Man,
everybody goes through a building phase.
At 30 years old?
Is he 30 or you exaggerating?
Oh, he's 29. 29. This guy's hey, has Tank not supposedly been a star in boxing for the last decade?
Whoa. He's definitely been an attraction for the last decade.
Well, so now we backtracking on that and treating him like a prospect.
I ain't say nothing about
like it's your
prospect or backtracking.
it's
I'm
not
just
your
saying I don't know that we could say he's been a star for 10 years. And if he has, it just all depends on like the definition of, star for that person, right? Like, cause, obviously for me, you making $1 million. He's multi-million for a long time. For a long time. I don't know about a decade. I don't know. I don't even have his resume pulled up. I didn't think we was going to need that. So, yeah, I would have to pull it up. But I don't know about a decade worth of $1 million plus purses. But he certainly got a long time getting that bread. And that's superstar enough. If you're making superstar money, you're making superstar money. So, I don't know. I heard on the radio, and it's relevant to this show, right? Because we had the whole Kendrick and Drake beef. And, Kendrick got the halftime show on Super Bowl again. And he got it over Lil Wayne. And allegedly the Super Bowl was supposed to happen in New Orleans or something. So the world wanted Lil Wayne. But somehow Kendrick got it. And, is because he's hot right now. And he's also, I guess, super talented, right? But people wanted Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne wanted that too. So, yeah, I wanted to bring that up because we had talked about, not only that, I mean, CYP brought up the fact that Kendrick did the halftime show. So that's kind of like the nail in the coffin of that argument that we had or that debate back then. He killed Drake so bad, my man got the Super Bowl over fucking Wayne in his hometown. You feel me? So, yeah, shout out to Kendrick. He won. But let me see. All right, we had 231,721. We still need another 300. So go ahead and smash that thumbs up. We got Dub 100, $2. Gary Russell Jr. in-house fight, short notice built. Nah, we'll pass. Lake County, $2. As a Tank, I guess he meant fan. I'm not mad at this. Time, step it up. Okay. As a Tank fan, I'm not mad at this. Time he step it up. I mean, he was trying. DC3, $2. Pristine Sports, H-Town, front runners for Clown Award with the clown emoji. CYP Counter Punch, DC3 Counter Punch, and 702 Boxing, member for 8 months on that champ level. I want Tank versus Devin. Good comeback fight and big money fight at 140. Yeah, I think it's a good fight for Tank if he does it, I mean, perfect timing. You seen what you need to see. and you sell the story that he was cheated.
What up? What up? What up?
We hear you.
Yo, this is my man Brandon. You know I love you, Brandon, but this I thought Leonard Ellerby said you can't make tank offers. I thought that's what Leonard Ellerby said. So now you want the other guys to do it, man. If you don't cut the dumb shit, do you realize that Matchroom offered Conor Ben? Do you realize that Riyadh offered Devin? You realize that Golden Boy offered Ryan? Like the Ryan fight got made because of the persistence of who? Oscar De La Hoya, the person who believed in Ryan. See that works? Like the fact that you ignore actual facts that have happened to go to an old narrative is very unintelligent of you, my guy. It's very unintelligent. Like you a player. You a player. So when a dude says he don't trick on women, then we get a receipt of this dude buying her a car, buying her a house, buying her that. We don't listen to him when he says, I don't trick on women no more. You say that works, Brandon? You my guy, so I'm coming at you like a player. Yeah, boy. You see what's happening? So if all them dudes that was named was on a top ranked side, we got Matchroom that offered, Riyadh that offered, Golden Boy that offered, but for some reason, Top Rank had all four of them dudes that Tank is supposedly avoiding, and he couldn't offer for one of them. He couldn't be persistent for one of them. It kind of sounds like what he was doing with Bud and Earl. Like, why the hell does Bud got to tell you and force you to go make an offer to these dudes? Why he got to force you to do it? Because that's his policy. That's his pleasure. You need to cut the bullshit, dog. We all know that you can make offers to Tank. He ain't got to accept them, but you at least got to try if you really, really believe in your fighter, like Golden Boy believed in Ryan. These are facts. Now go ahead. One of y'all call back in with emotion, sounding dumb like H-Town. Whatever you got to do the shit. But the reality is, if you don't think that this man is the baddest at 135, cool. But I guarantee one thing. We take bets around her, especially me and J-Mac. We take bets around her. So the day it comes, I want you to put your money on whoever you think is supposed to, he's been ducking and avoiding. I want you to come on TV and tell us every day how much money you got on that bet. I want you to yell out numbers to see who takes those bets. You won't, because you're just talking because you don't either like PBC or you don't like Tank. And that shit is going to tank your battleship. CYP out.
All right. DC3 counter.
Yo.
Yo.
Shout out to H Town, man. You know, talking about let me build my fighter. He's 30 years old. This is what we gonna do, H Town. We gonna build you a taco stand on Telephone Road by Frank's Grill. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm tired of you, H Town, with this. This, like I said, he said like I said, this guy is
You
the
don't think
biggest
that's racial?
David.
Why you gotta build him a taco stand?
Nah, that's my boy, man. We met up outside of the
I'm
chat
just
now.
saying, you opening the door for somebody to say the same shit. If they build a watermelon stand, come on, you gotta play fair.
Well, I'm playing fair. We don't, but all right, Ace Time, you got it. But look, fam, Ace Time, you weird, bro. What you doing is weird. You feel me? You keep saying this guy's a prospect, who he fighting. Like, bro, it's only really two names at 35. And what they did, they chose to go another route. You know what I'm saying? So we can't keep doing this, Ace Time. And then you keep bringing up, you talking about, oh, well, Benavidez, bro. You bringing allegedly this guy. Some came up that he was on drugs. Something you brought that up to the channel. You know what I'm saying, H Time? So it's clear as day. You a hater. Like I tell y'all Canelo fans all the time, to call in and explain to us why y'all hate David so much. Outside of him calling Canelo name, y'all can't do that. So like I said, H Time, we did what y'all want him to do and unify. Tried to unify twice, and nobody want him. So, like I said, I don't agree with him fighting Roach at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a biased guy. I'm not a nigga who just gonna agree with everything Tank do. But bro, it's obvious the bro was trying to do what we wanted him to do, and the guys ain't want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? So we can't do this. We can't run these narratives and all this and shout out to Shakur Stevenson for fighting Joe Cardino off a knockout loss. I'm up, man.
All right. Let's see. H-Town, fibbing. Ryan versus Tank happened because of Ryan. And I guess that's the CYP who said it was because of Oscar. Matt Garces, a.k.a. Machine Gun, $5. Tio, Rayo, and Devin are all great options, but PBC about to charge $80 for an A-side layup line. I can see them building up Luka's body fight. I mean, I'm not mad at the Luka's body fight as a long time the only Luka's body fan, right? So it would be amazing, like, to have met him early. You know, it would be a dream come true for him, and you know, in a weird way, we were involved in that, like, because we were with him all the whole step, so it would be crazy. But I don't think Tank does it. Well, I guess Frank was a non-champion, so this would be another contender, you know, coming off a probably knockout of the year for sure. I don't know. Again, I'm not mad at the fight. You asking the wrong person because I'm a Luka's body fan. So I'm biased, you know. I've been telling y'all about him for some time. It would be the completion of the story. You know, it would be the perfect Rocky story, Cinderella story, right? It's like you've been waiting for this shot all your life. You finally get a last-minute call to take on this red-hot prospect that has the hype backing behind him of Jake Paul and the machine of the zone. And you're losing every round, and you stop him in a fight of the year, or rather knockout of the year. And that fight, you know, parlays into a Tank fight. That would be an amazing ending. We got two, not ending, but, you know, story. DC3, $2. Pristine, call in. Chill, Town Boxing, what up?
Yo, what up? Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope it's not Lucas Body. Shit, man. Hey, he wasn't just losing every round. He was losing every second of every round. He didn't win 10 seconds of that round. I get it, but he knocked down a prospect at the end of the day. It's not like it was some proven contender. It's not like he went in there and say Raymond Murataya, this or that. But, I mean, I don't even want to have that conversation about Lucas Body. But what I'm thinking over here, listen to this. I'm thinking, what's a worse fight, Shakur Cordina or Tank Lamont Roach? Well, I got to tell you, Ness, they're both straight hot garbage, man. Horrible fights. Obviously, they should be fighting each other. Then next, if they're not fighting each other, they should be fighting somebody at least in their own weight class. But something that nobody's mentioned, and before I start, you know, trashing on Tank's opponent, this is somebody's fault. Nobody's mentioning here, and that's Lomachenko. We're supposed to be having a unification fight with Lomachenko. He's got the belt, a free belt off of George Kambosos, who hadn't won a fight in 5 years. And he tells everybody now that he's not in the mood to fight. He's holding a belt hostage. I mean, if anyone's going to be mad, we got to be mad at Lomachenko. But if you're going to pick an opponent, I mean, I love the De Los Santos fight. You told me he's injured. Maybe, I don't know how. Maybe he hurt his hamstring. I didn't see him throw any punches against Shakur. But the one fight that I did like that you said I didn't even think about was Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz, that would be a great fight. Not only the Lomachenko fight, which I had Loma beating him by 2, but that was a razor-thin fight. You know, you can make an argument that he beat Teofimo. So Tank could go up, fight Jermaine Ortiz, and then, in my opinion, he knocked him out at 135 or 140. That's tailor-made for Tank. But as far as Lamont Roach, complete backstep. Lamont Roach would not win a round off Frank Martin. Frank Martin would murk Lamont Roach. And anyone that questions that, watch his last fight and how he won the belt against a washed-up Hector Garcia. I mean, Hector Garcia looked like a shell of himself in that fight compared to when he fought Tank.
I mean,
So
it's
tell me I'm
unfair to
lying.
say that he was washed up though off of one loss, bro.
Yo, that was a bad loss though. He did not look that. Okay, tell me this. Did Hector Garcia look like the vintage Hector Garcia? How he usually fights?
I mean,
because that was a horrible fight.
I hear you, but again, I mean, I can't call a fighter washed off one loss.
Did he look shot though in that fight? But that's how you
we
say
do that
it,
with
though, 'cause
Earl
he looked
because of
shot.
the accidents and everything. You know, he had many things. Like, yo, one loss is crazy calling somebody washed.
It wasn't just a loss though, but it was a concussive. He had a concussive loss. He did not look. He did not look right from that knockout loss. And you know this. Hey, Ness, some fighters are never the same after a knockout loss. Yes or no?
But remember that he didn't get knocked out. Dude said he couldn't see.
You may feel like it's your turn.
So like,
Yeah,
even if we believe him, right? Like, let's believe him. He didn't go down, so he didn't take punishment. They jumped right in. He quit on a stool. Like, it's not the same. Like,
and then he has a comeback fight against Lamont Roach. And did he look like the fighter that he fought Roger Gutierrez? Did he look like the fighter that smoked Chris Colbert?
Again,
he looked completely different.
But you
though.
coming back off a knockout loss, you punch, you what is that called? Like you gunshot.
Punch
and no, you gunshot. You scared to throw because you gonna get hit, and you got to worry about how he's
Once you're
taking
scared
that
to
shit.
throw, that means you're shot though. You're shot.
It's just his first fight back, bro. His first fight back, and Lamont obviously was hungry.
Okay, you can make that argument, but at the same time,
I just think it was his first fight back. He still needs, time. He took on his mandatory challenge. It wasn't like he got to get a tune-up.
Okay. Well, if that's against Lamont Roach, how are we going to look against Tank at a weight class above that hits even harder? See, so you're proving my point then. Like,
what
if
you
he looked
mean?
like that
Lamont won that
against
fight.
Hector. Yeah, but I know, but barely though. If he was with an opponent that was scared to throw his hands against like Hector Garcia, who
You saying
maybe
Lamont
shot, maybe not
barely won the Hector Garcia fight?
Bro, that fight was close. Are you kidding me? Yeah. That fight wasn't clear cut. No, that fight wasn't clear cut. And I remember watching that thinking. You really got
me confused because in one sentence you're saying that Lamont handled a washed Hector. Now you're saying the washed Hector had a tight, close fight.
Well, it was tight up into the championship rounds. He needed those championship rounds. Leading up to that,
so
it was
he
close.
wasn't washed.
He didn't just wash him, though.
He wasn't washed. Then if it was tight into the championship rounds, bro, you tripping.
No, that's what. No. But you're proving my point. If that was in a prime Hector Garcia, because he got knocked down by Tank, and now he's having a close fight. Lamont's having a close fight with him. What's he gonna do against Tank?
Bro, or Lamont's
having a close fight. Lamont had to win all right, I had that fight dead even going into the 10th. Lamont had to win those championship rounds. And that's a Hector Garcia that if it wasn't.
I guess he got a call. I don't know. Chill, you there? Guess not. Yeah, I don't know, man. Can't have it both ways, bro. Either he was washed or he was in a tight competitive fight that you needed to win the last round. Like, I don't get it. Kane, what up?
Yo.
What up?
What's good with you, bro? It's my first time calling in, but I really rock with the show. You know what I'm saying? You really doing your thing. I appreciate you. But yeah, I wanted to talk on a little bit on a topic, but it might be a little off topic. Like, people talk about Turkey Al-Sheikh bringing all this money in, changing the sport, but I don't really see it that way 100%. Like, boxing, bringing money in, making fights, that's all good, but really the way you got to change boxing is at its structure, at its core. Like, I think every fighter should have to fight at least 3 times a year. Like you said something a while ago about that Bum of the Month Club thing. I really think they need to bring that back. Like, every fighter should fight 3 times a year. Your first fight should be against somebody in the top 15. Second fight should be against somebody in the top 10. And your third fight should be against the #1 contender. And that way we eliminate a lot of this BS. Like we'll know who fighting, when they fighting, and all of that. So I really, you know what I mean? I really think if Turk gonna do something to change boxing, he need to try to change it at his core. Like, and then we'll start getting the fights that we want. We'll start seeing the people that we want, you know, as often as we want to see them. But nah, that's my call. I appreciate you.
All right. I mean, I would love that world. I guess the only issue I could see is, you know, injuries, right? You talking about 3 training camps, you know, on average 8 weeks to 12 weeks. So that's 2 to 3 months per camp, per fighter, you know. So you're looking at definitely doing 3 fights per year without a fighter getting injured.
But injury is that's the only caveat. That's the only way that you won't fight the 3 times.
Well,
Every
no,
other top level athlete in every
not
sport deal with
necessarily,
injuries.
not necessarily, because I mean, look at Shakur, right? Like, you know, you got to deal with people actually wanting to fight you too.
But they will have to, and they will have to pay a penalty if they don't. You know what I mean? There's a way to do it. You really like every sport got real deep rule books.
Nah, we
Boxing is the
spoke
only
about that, man. Guys like Isak Cruz and William Cepeda need to get, you know, dropped in the rankings and a fine for not taking certain fights that were offered to them
for
as
sure.
mandatory challenges. But again, that's a perfect world, man. I wish I was on that board and committee. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they need that. If that's what Turk gonna do with his money, he need to make that happen.
Word.
And they need to change the pay-per-view structure. I know the $20 he talking about is cool, but like even then, like motherfuckers, excuse my language, they still stream that for free. So
Oh, they
they
gonna
need to if
stream
he
that.
You may feel like it's your time,
They about to stream that
but it's
UK
not your
shit
time.
ASAP.
for sure.
All right, Kane. Thanks for
I
calling in, bro.
appreciate you.
I look forward to hearing you call back in. I should have let you hear that before I let you go. Shit. Yeah, Juno, my bad. Look forward to hearing him call back in, though. Hopefully, he hears that on the playback. We got DC3, $2 Nest. Get Kenny on the show or Calvin. We gonna try. DC3 back with 2 more. Has Shakur beat anyone who is a star in the sport? Valdez. Valdez was a big name until Shakur, you know, turned that light out. Uh, Top Rank was doing big things with him. He was getting a lot of exposure on ESPN. Shit, they took us to his house in Mexico to show us his fucking personal zoo, right? Like, he was getting some shine, and that fight was taking long. They had to make it because, you know, Shakur was all on ESPN saying he ducking him, and, you know, it was a name. The thing is that the win hasn't aged well. Hopefully he beats Navarrete and it starts to age well because, you know, he's scheduled to fight Navarrete in the rematch. But the thing is that after he beat Valdez, Navarrete came and really beat the brakes off of Valdez, you know. While some people think Shakur did it better, visibly Valdez looked worse in the Navarrete fight. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $5. I'd watch Tank go to the UK and fight Maxie Hughes, Mark Chamberlain, Jack Catterall, Adam Azim. Nice little UK tour, and they're all draws over there. I don't know that we going all the way to the UK to fight Maxie. I hope Maxie could get a sold-out venue like George can, because I don't know. Jorge, what up? Gotta unmute. Jorge, you gotta unmute. Kevin, what up?
Yo.
What up?
What up, man?
Talk to me.
How you doing?
All good.
Hey, I just think people don't want to fight Shakur because he makes every other fighter look bad because he runs, and it's just a snooze fest. People don't want that shit. People don't want to see that stuff, man. You know that. You as a boxing fan, I mean, I know what boxing is: get hit and don't get hit. But that guy's he's just running and just makes people look bad. And since he's the A side most of the time, he's gonna get the win.
Yep.
So that's why people avoid him, man. And Valdez is a great fighter, but I think he just has that overhand. I think that's what it's called. And that's all he pretty much does. I think Vaquero Navarrete is gonna win this fight. What else? How much time do I got, man? I've been listening to your show. I've been listening to your show for like 10 years. I'm that caller from Mexico, and
nice.
yeah, and this is like the second time I've called. I thought I was embarrassed. I don't know. I was shy about it, but yeah, man. That's it. Just want to give a shout out to everyone else. Marco, I don't know who else is there. Just started listening. Marco, Two-Tone the Superstar. Say what up to Danny when you see him, and have a great day, man. Keep listening.
All right, George. Or
Give a shout
Jorge,
out to the
excuse me.
Boxing Boys.
All right.
Give a thumbs up, everyone. Peace.
All right. Shout out all the way from Mexico. That's what's up, man. Appreciate it. Kevin, you there?
Ness, can you hear me?
Yep.
Got you. So Gervonta Davis is back fighting Rayo. Is that the topic?
No. Rayo's off the table according to Robert Garcia. They're not fighting him or anyone this year.
Terrible. That's trash, Ness. We need that Shakur smoke. That's the fight we want. Give us what we want. I don't know why Tank Davis can't get in there with an A-class fighter. He fighting a C-class fighter. He fighting guys he know he can beat. This is wash. This is Purex, straight wash. Bugatti Berlanga is fighting this weekend. I'm going to have my Terror Squad chain on. Compliments of Fat Joe. Ness, are you betting on Berlanga or are you betting on Canelo?
Berlanga, baby.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We got a Terror Squad chain for you when the fighter's over. Hop in the Bugatti with us. We out. We getting the bag on Saturday. We going all the way in, Ness. I'm rocking with you. Let's go. Shout out to OP. He in here listening to me. He be in them Twitter spaces. Let's go, baby. Bugatti Berlanga. We out.
Let's do it. Suleiman, what up?
Okay, Nestor, adding on, how you doing, Nestor? Adding on to that, he's not only getting the bag, he's getting the belts, man. He's not only getting the bag, he's getting the belts. He's coming this weekend. He's gonna knock this guy out 2 or 3 rounds, the most, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Canelo's too small for him. He's bigger, stronger, faster, younger. He packs a punch, no pity pat punches. He even says it, bro. He's keeping it real like that. He said, "This is a fight. He's coming in there and do his work." You know what I'm saying? And then when he's gonna fight, I want to see if all these guys are gonna come in the ring and want to fight him like a Terrence Crawford, all these other dudes that are talking. They're trying to get the big money fights. Then it's going to be a transition of wealth. You know what I'm saying? The money's going to go to the right person that deserves it. You know what I'm saying? No more diva-like stuff. No more a hype job. He's going to be a real fighter. That's what Eddie Hearn develops, man. Guys like him, like AJ, you know what I'm saying? And then Tank should just hold his head, man. Continue what he's doing. Fight the best opponents that want to fight him. Cepeda don't want to fight him. Take the L, bro. He don't want to take the L, so get the next possible opponent, man. Get the next possible opponent. At the end of the day, you sign a contract. They want to fight him. He's a puncher also. He's very exciting. You know what I'm saying? So get the next possible opponent. Why you don't fight Edwin De Los Santos? Edwin De Los Santos is not doing anything right now. Fight Edwin De Los Santos. That's a credible fight right there. That's my money
He's
right
coming
there.
off a loss and long
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your
You
time.
gotta find somebody to fight, man. Edwin De Los Santos gotta fight
but he's coming off of
the.
Yo, you haven't seen Edwin De Los Santos since he lost to Shakur, bro. Like, that's a huge layoff. Off
Yeah,
a
but
bad
everybody's doing it.
performance.
Joe Cordina got knocked out. Joe Cordina got knocked out when he's fighting Shakur Stevenson. Joe Cordina
Exactly. That's
got
not a
knocked
good
out.
thing. That's not a good thing. Shakur shouldn't have done that.
You know, he got knocked out. So Edwin De Los Santos, he lost a split decision fight. You know, he could do a tune up, but do a tune up and then make that fight happen, man. Make that fight happen. Get him a light touch and make that fight happen because he's much more credible. That look at Joe Cordina. He lost the fight with Edwin Vasquez at 130, and he said he was having problems making weight, and then now they're going to put him with Shakur. They're giving Shakur a gift right there, man. They're giving him a gift win, bro. The guy he can't handle anybody that could run. He's gonna get knocked out. He got knocked out by Why they don't fight the guy? Why they don't fight the guy that knocked out Cordina? Is that
He
possible? They
got to
could bring him
fight.
up. The unified.
Kakasi got to fight. But yeah, that's who Shakur should have been fighting.
No, if Shakur don't want to fight him, put him with Gervonta.
He's in a fight. He's already fighting like this week, I think, or on the AJ card. I think it's the AJ card, AJ Dubois card.
So, who in your opinion, would you like to see Tank fight? Nobody's asking you that. Who would you like to see fight?
I already
Tank?
said my realistic and then left field options already in the beginning of the show.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool, man. Great show, man. Nice for having me on, and thank you very much.
All right, Marcos, what it do, man?
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Who you think Tank's fighting, bro?
Well, he's not fighting who we want to see him fight. We know that, right?
Who's that?
Shakur.
All right.
That's not happening.
Process of elimination. Okay.
Right. He's not fighting Ryo, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. Garcia shut that down.
And he's not fighting Tio, correct? Yeah, I know they're.
That's not confirmed. I mean, we haven't heard that he is, but we haven't heard that he isn't.
Because Tio or Shakur are the only two that I want to see, right? But I know people say, "Oh, Tio's a different weight class. It's only 5 pounds, but technically it is a different weight class." So
I mean, we're considering some 40-pounders because obviously he was allegedly gonna fight or rumored to be fighting Rayo, which is now off the table.
Right, that's off the table. Who else is out there that would really make the mouth water of boxing fans for Tank to fight? Thurman. Thurman can make 35?
Tank at 47.
You think Tank's going to go to 47? Nah.
I'm just saying for Thurman, it's a strategic jump in weight, Thurman's been out the ring, 2 years now, maybe more? Coming off an injury. He was training to go to 54. Now he's got to make 47. The disadvantage that Tank has in size, he's gaining back in Keith's inactivity and his, proneness to injury.
I mean, all my talks with Coach Kenny, and I know that's not Tank, but they don't even want to lead. They don't even want to go to 40, let alone any higher. So I'd be shocked if Tank would go even past 35.
So then who do you fight at 35? You like the Roach option, bringing Roach up from 30?
Not really. Like, there's nothing...
Someone said Jermaine Ortiz.
Will be a little boring, maybe.
Okay, wow. What about
right?
Albert Bell from 130, 6-foot kid?
Okay, that might be interesting. But and why can't we get Shakur? Because Shakur has another fight lined up, right?
Shakur's in a fight.
Right.
He fights in October. He's in training camp. Then he's got a 2-fight deal anyway. So he would have to have his October fight and somehow pay William step-aside money or break contract, get in contract with Tank. It just sounds like too much.
And then none of these young dudes are an option, right? The up-and-comers now. They're not really ready yet.
Abdullah Mason is totally ready according to everybody.
Abdullah, Keyshawn.
Yeah.
I mean...
What, you like Abdullah Tank right now?
No, because I love... Okay, yes, because Abdullah is in my opinion, probably the only possible generational talent of all the come-ups. When I look at him, so yes, but then at the same time, nah, it's too early. You don't put him in against. I mean, would you, if you were his management, would you put him in against Tank right now?
No, I wouldn't want to ruin. I mean, unless we're trying to ruin his career.
Right. So nah, I don't like that either. And I mean, Keyshawn, too young, probably, or too green, I should
Keyshawn
say.
got to fight November 8th, so he ain't fighting Tank November 2nd.
That's my birthday, November 2nd.
Keyshawn got a homecoming fight with a lot on his shoulders. His brother's on the undercard. His youngest brother's on the undercard. Then he's got his brother from another mother and stablemate on the card, Troy Isley. Then he's taking on a tough opponent in Gustavo Limons.
What about?
That's just too much stuff.
What about? And this would actually be fun. What about Barroso?
He just lost this weekend to Hidioka.
Decision or he got stopped?
Knocked out.
That's too bad. I liked him.
I'm pretty sure he got knocked out.
That's too bad. Okay, well, there goes that one.
I didn't watch it, but someone called in about it. Let me double check, though.
Damn, he got knocked out. That dude could. I mean, look, he had losses already, so it's not that shocking. But he could really punch. Yeah. Tio would be the best option, and if Tio's still not locked in.
Yep, 9th round stoppage.
Oh man, that's too bad. That's too bad. I think Tio should be the only person. It should either be Tio or Shakur, and Shakur's obviously off the table. I think it should be Tio, but it's not going to be. Yeah.
I'm being told that Los Santos is just waiting for his date. So he need to get a date, right? Like he needs an official date with the network so then he can go and get his visa, which is approved, but he needs the date so he can pick it up and come back to the U.S.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Trees. Yeah, De Los Santos, but I don't want that anyway. Like, I don't know why people even mentioning that kids lost to Shakur, and that's nothing wrong with that. But he hasn't done nothing since then. So it's like, so we about to give him a title shot off of a title shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trees counterpunch. If you're watching this on YouTube, smash the thumbs up.
Y'all.
What up?
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, but hey, didn't that motherfucking Nick Ball lose the title fight and go into a title fight or some shit like that? That was neat. That you just made me think about that. But that's neither here.
I don't recall that, champ. I recall.
Isn't Nick Ball undefeated?
I recall him beating.
Well, he had a draw. Well, a draw or some shit with Vargas, right? Then he went in, got the shot with Savage, right? He ain't had no fight in between that shit. But
no, he beat Vargas for the WBC vacant, right?
Nick Ball? No, that shit was a dog.
No. That was Vargas that fought Foster for the vacant and lost, kept his belt, fought Nick Ball to a draw. And then Nick Ball became champ, beating Raymond.
That's what I'm saying. He can go. He ain't win this title. It wasn't a loss, but
it was a draw.
Yeah, but it was a win, though. I get it.
Laws. You can't just try. Yo, you be trying to put everybody in the same box. Like a losing box and a draw box, not the same.
I mean, see, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. To me, motherfucker, you ain't win.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like if I'm
draw
fighting,
still
I
make
would
you undefeated, champ. Like, if you got a draw, you still undefeated because you ain't got no loss on the losers column.
I suppose. But I feel like most draws, most people watching the fight when it's a draw, you've picked the winner on either side. But that's neither here nor there. We still talking left field options. You know me, Madness with the matchmaking. If I'm not mistaken, didn't I hear your man Menace Stanionis? Didn't he call in? Wasn't he on this show telling me that he could make 140 when I asked about that question? What do you?
Oh yeah, that'll be funny if he get the fight because they heard that interview, right?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised. You feel me? He is a champion, quote unquote. You feel me? Well, he's not even quote
I
unquote. He
doubt
is a
it though.
champion. I'm just
He's
saying that if they
European.
talking
Like
about moving a champion up, who's to say that they won't move a champion down?
he
You feel me?
Lithuanian though. He brings nothing. He brings nothing. All he brings is more weight and danger on fight night. Rehydrated doesn't make sense.
What about Zepeda?
He don't bring enough to the table for Tank to take a welterweight risk on fight night.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying, man. If you bringing champions up, it's all a weight thing. You feel me? Either way it go, they not gonna be at they best
Listen.
weight wise.
It's your job to recommend. And if I agree, I agree. But if I don't, I still got to give my reasons why not. You just got to
I'm with you.
argue why your shit is still good, you know. But
I'm just arguing,
I
like
just
I
feel
say,
like it's too much risk.
the other guy's a WBA champion, you feel me? The guy I mentioned, WBA champion. I mean, you might moving him up. They all in
Too
house.
much risk,
The other
not
guy,
enough reward.
said it again.
Too much risk, not enough reward.
Hey, he bring in the
Feel like
country.
it's your
Roach
turn,
don't. But shout out
but it's not your
TBV, shout
turn.
out Toledo, Ohio, man. Albert Bill, October 26th, Dallas, Texas. And shout out Tony Harrison, man. He gonna be on that card too. I'm interested in to see what he looked like at 160.
No punching
But
after the bell, Trees. J
Yo, I
Matt,
forgot about Zepeda.
which one?
The undefeated. Well, they both undefeated.
Well, William has a
Zepeda.
fight. They both have fights. Jose and William have fights scheduled. We hear you, J Matt.
Yo, good morning to you, good brothers.
Buenos dias.
Hey, Ness, just give me a quick rundown, pretty much what it is before I start cooking.
Well, we're talking the fact that Jose Rayo Venezuela's trainer, Robert Garcia, has shut down claims that Rayo could be fighting Gervonta next. He says he's not fighting Tank or anyone else this year. He had a 5-month camp where he was supposed to fight in June and ended up fighting in August. He won. He's taking the rest off. And the possibility of that opponent for Tank being Lamont Roach. So we're asking you guys to recommend people for him to fight.
Oh, so the fake cash cow need recommendations. I mean, when you're the cash cow, bro, like you don't have a hard time getting fights. You got people lined up, and that's why I call him the fake cash cow. He's only a cash cow to a certain few people out here, and in a small group of people, honestly. Man, let me shout out a few people. I got a few brothers that I consider brothers. Shout out to CYP King. I mean, you gotta put your mask on around them because this Tank delusional shit, man, I don't get it. And I won't get it. I don't want to get sick. What they got. Respectable brothers. I would consider them knowledgeable in their own rights, but when it comes down to this Tank, they just real fucking delusional. And when it comes down to fan base, man, I can't stand Tank fan base and I can't stand Cowboys fan base. Dallas Cowboys. I think they some of the most deluded fan base that's just repping the sport and just in general. I don't get how a so-called cash cow face of boxing and have a hard time making opponents. Ness, they're not gonna fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman fights on the back foot and still sets traps and probably punches too hard. And he's a bigger guy. They don't want to damage his fake cash cow persona because Keith probably might hurt him or stop him. Even coming off a layoff, he's just a bigger guy and a fighting style that Tank likes and they like to bait him into. He just don't fit it. Keith don't fight on the front foot enough to even set the trap for Tank to land the lucky shot. Because that's what it'll be against Keith Thurman. Tank Davis will continue, like he said, fighting the fights that they pick for him because he's stuck to this money print. He don't want to go out there and be that guy that really fights the guy. Nobody's avoiding him by no means. They just PBC got him on daddy's daycare. They will not let him walk across the street without his hands being held. They will continue doing these duck tactics and calling this bullshit out when they got fights for the dude to make. Now, if Tank was really about that life and really about that money, he would have been for Devin at 135. He'd have been for Shakur. Like these names, I actually like the Keyshawn fight because that's growing. And if I have to, if I go over, let me, this is my free
You
call,
may
right?
feel like it's your time, but
This
it's
is my
not
free
your
call,
time.
right?
That was your free call.
Let me add a counter. They gonna continue protecting him, man. Tank is a duck and will forever be a duck. He's gonna continue knocking out the guys he's supposed to. And the different part about it is, till he start knocking out the guys that we think has a chance, or put him in the ring and give him a chance, that's when Tank will really prove it. But Tank will forever be a duck, man. I mean, he's an overhyped sensation. He's talented, but he's talented against guys he's supposed to look that way against. I'm not going to give Tank Davis credit. I think I used to think Canelo was the duck, but see, my thing about Canelo was Canelo had those names, and I disagree when he fought him. I disagree with his fan base, but he actually did fight those names, and he is actually a cash cow. Actually, could be considered a face of boxing. Tank is neither one of those. His biggest fight with Ryan, he combined together. They sold the hell out that fight. He got it. I have not seen him reproduce those numbers, so I'm not giving him that. I want to shout out Brandon Maurice as well, and I shout out to all my mush mouth ass callers. I hate to sound like H Town because I damn sure don't want to agree with his mush mouth ass. And shout out to Bo Rogers, King Mushmouth. Hey, look, Cliff. Hey, man, stand on your 10. Keep calling in. Stand on what you believe. They got a lot of Fugazi shit going on, and Tank is definitely Fugazi. He get in that ring with Shagor, he will get outboxed. He get in that ring with Devin, he will get outboxed. There's a reason why also with that money print that they're doing, Floyd knew to keep Tank away from certain fighters. I used to watch Floyd get frustrated with him because he knew Tank can't box at that level that y'all believe he can box at. He only can box against certain guys that give him or don't have the intellectual ability to box and process and dictate space, dictate range. He only get in there with guys that will crowd, stand in front of him, or gamble. Any guy that can in there box and move around, dictate range, use a jab, create space, fight on angles, Tank short ass will lose. That's my
Frank
counter
Martin?
punch.
Can't Frank Martin box?
Frank Martin was an athletic guy. If you watch Frank Martin, he kept stepping over to his power hand, and guess what? That athleticism that him and Boots have, they don't know how to pivot around and step on angles. That's why he was uncomfortable when Tank was closing the distance, because he didn't know how to set up the angle. Because he just based on he uses athleticism, and he normally hop around a lot. So no, Frank Martin wasn't that guy. That's my counter punch.
Yeah, I gotta disagree with that caller. Especially saying he's not a cash cow. I mean, he's top 5, 6 biggest grossing fighters in the sport. Easy.
Yeah, and he broke records. He's got one of the top 5 gates of all time. Like, that's
Yeah,
just
and
denial. They're in denial.
he fought a lot of boxers. The one thing that they could say about Tank is he hasn't fought the top guys in his division. That's true, but yeah, that other stuff is wild. Like Barrios
You
can
may
box.
feel
Come
like
on.
it's your time,
Santa
but
Cruz
it's
can
not your
box.
time.
Rolly can't, but you know.
Yeah, I mean it's a common theme in boxing to discredit people. We all
Yeah, but that
do it.
was wild. That was I mean, he stepped down, planted his feet heavy with that one.
Hey, Hawk, Maryland.
Yeah, it's yo, TBB.
What up? Wow, that's a great recommendation. That's a great recommendation.
What?
Someone I'm trying to. Okay, Try Losfy said Tank versus Barrios 2 for Barrios WBC title. That's a good recommendation.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Damn.
Yo, Nuts.
Yo.
And Marco.
What up?
Man, ain't too much. Well, I ain't gonna go hard on that situation because I'm just gonna say the face of boxing, like when we see this Canelo, it's like 5 or 6 guys we want him to fight before he fights. Then right after he fights, it's 5 or 6 guys we sit around and name for him to fight right after his fight. So I don't know. Just take that for what it is. But I got another thing, Ness. Let me ask you a question. Nestor Gibbs, my man, 531. Hey, do you have Marco there under duress? Is he being extorted to be there? Is he handcuffed to that chair now?
Yes.
Do you hear me, Ness? Oh, Marco answering?
That's
Yeah,
Marco.
no, I got
know why
handcuffed. How'd you know?
He's handcuffed? Okay. and Ness, let me ask you. Let me tell you why I asked this question.
Mm-hmm.
Is he being extorted to be there? On my timeline, across my pad, came another Marco. At least I thought it was another Marco. And he don't look like the Marco I see on your show. Oh, he was so jubilant. He was so happy. He was talking about Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard. I couldn't even tell that was Marco.
Yeah, I told you
Hey,
Marco's a different person on his
oh my
platform.
God.
Well, that's where he's going
He
with
live
this.
is a mud.
Nah,
I
he's
had to
super
watch
live. He's
the whole
super live.
goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Man, he's super live, bro. I said, what
But that's just
the
like
fuck?
Ness.
Excuse my language. I had to do a double take, Ness.
Mm-hmm. No, I know,
Marco,
bro. I know. I got
But
tired of
that's
asking
just.
him why we don't get that Marcos energy over
But
here.
Ness, that's just like you. You scream at the camera a lot, but you don't do it the whole show.
Marco, you don't come over here with none of that energy. He come over here with sleepy time
Marco looks
energy.
handcuffed.
He said you look handcuffed.
Marco look handcuffed over there. I'm telling you. Marco, I think you got him handcuffed to that sofa, and he's being extorted to be on your show. Because I'm telling you, Marco's live as hell. That's a whole other guy.
Yeah, man. He ain't treating us right over here, man.
That was funny.
I'm telling you, Marco, you got. Hey, Marco, you got to step it up. Oh my God, boy, you got so much there. Nah, bro. You got to do better, bro. You got to do better. But that's my call.
Get him.
Marco, I'm telling you, bro, you got to show us that. But that's my call, bro.
We got Mr. Go ahead.
I was like, why is he talking about handcuffs? Where is he going with this? That was funny, though.
Jaquan Grace, $2. Would Tank versus Pac do good numbers? I mean, I also recommended that. I said that was something that was already floated out there, so I put that out there as one of the possible options. Shout out Jaquan. DC3 sends a counterpunch for Pristine Sports. The Real McCoy, $5. What up, Ness? Are you sure Rayo is off the table? If so, how? YouTube channel be clickbait and useless. Well, I have the tweet here. I'm going to have to just pull it back up. But, yeah, we showed it. According to Robert, who trains him, he's saying it's not. And the way he's talking, he's certain that it's not happening. So here goes 2 responses for you. This one basically saying everything you need to know. I didn't say I didn't let him. I said he wasn't fighting this year. He was in a tough 5-month camp, originally fighting on Tank's card in June and then got moved to August. I don't know where everyone got the idea or news he was fighting Tank 2.5 months after, but that was never true. And then he doubles down over here and he says, yeah, in an interview before his fight, he was asked if he would fight Tank, which he would, but not in November. No one that soon. So not just Tank, but no one. He's not fighting no one that soon. So he also says Tank has a date and a venue lined up. Doesn't mean we have to be his opponent for that specific date. So again, Robert is adamant about what he is saying. So I'm going to believe that Rayo is off the table. We got Mr. Perfect counterpunch.
Mr. Perfect. Some of my favorite wrestlers.
Who? Like a couple callers ago, that's the Terrence Crawford nigga, right? The nigga that think he Crawford, right?
Oh,
how
you
you
talking
gonna
about
say,
J-Mac.
like, how you gonna, I don't know the name, but how you gonna say this? Tank got the second highest purse in the boxing, right?
Pretty
I'm
much.
just saying, like, per fight.
I wouldn't say second highest purse because his purses ain't really reported. And then the one that was reported was not a guarantee. It was after everything, which was the $40 million.
He's definitely up there, though. He's in the top 6.
Yo, so we'd say top 3, 4, right?
I mean,
about top 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, definitely top 6, like Marco said, because you got to consider AJ making crazy money with
AJ, Fury,
Facts.
Jake Paul, Ryan Garcia, Tank, and Canelo. Those are the 6.
Oh my God, you just had to say Ryan name, huh?
No, but it
What
look,
the?
I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's what it is. Jake Paul
Yeah.
too. I don't agree with it,
I
but
mean,
that's what it is.
Ryan claims to have made 10 million in his fight with Devin, then 40 million in his fight with Tank. So
It is what it
You
is,
know that nigga cat.
But Tank is the
But
most
yeah,
exciting, I feel like, of all of them, arguably.
facts for sure. I say him and Inoue at the top for sure. But
Anyway, yeah.
it's like you call in. I know you know it's a Crawford fan got to talk down on Tank because he wants Shakur to beat the nigga so bad. Like sometimes, like you just can't listen to these niggas because they talking like from their heart, bro. Like sometimes you just can't listen to them because some of their shit ain't facts, bro. Like how can you call him a duck when right now I really don't want Tank to fight for real because anybody he fight besides Barrios, he gonna get scrutinized about it. Basically, you can't fight De Los Santos. He coming off a loss. I don't I don't know if Tio want to fight. You go back to Cruz. He just came off a loss. So either way it go, he gonna get scrutinized. But you gotta fight. I really don't want him to fight till a lot of these boxers get active, but I don't think it's good names out there for him to. I think Barrios is the only fight. You can set up the Cruz fight, but it's a lot of people that don't want to see that, but it's a lot of people that do because they thought he won the first fight. I don't know how the fuck they thought that, but they did. But yeah, with me, it's like if it ain't Barrios, I don't. Can you hear me?
we hear you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that Pacquiao. Hold on, I got a call. Hold on. I don't like that Pacquiao. I think the only good fight right now is probably the Barrios, man.
You
Any
may
other
feel
fight,
like it's your
I
time,
just don't see him.
but it's
Like
not your
niggas gonna
time.
be mad about this De Los Santos fight.
That's the bell,
So it's
player,
like,
player.
all right, I got you. Big time boxing Detroit.
I am Beach.
Yellow?
You gotta unmute I am Beach.
Iron Beach, damn.
No, I am Beach.
You said Iron Beach. I was like, I am Beach.
I am Beach.
We got Two-Tone in the house. What up, Tone?
Oh shit! Y'all know y'all know if y'all don't say nothing, I don't see you. I'm trying to tell y'all. I keep saying that. Like,
He should come in with a Chilla
I
Killas
got
every
hella.
time.
Yeah, you gotta at least play the soundbite, and we know it's like, oh shit, he's in the house. Cause that window gets buried behind everything else. Cause it's like once y'all on there, I don't need to even touch this. So it just gets buried. But Buenos Dias, what up, though?
Buenos Diaz road trip Ness was hitting this weekend. Where was you at?
Yo, we didn't even go nowhere, man. We stood local and did trails over here. You know,
Okay.
Vegas has a lot to offer. You know, we stood local, did some
Man.
trails, went to the gym, and had some sushi.
See, man, I'm jealous. See, when your kids are older like yours, you could do that kind of shit. I got young kids, so I can't do any of that shit.
Nah, man, my son, I'm so proud of him. He just landed in the Dominican Republic. This is the first time he's ever been there, and he went alone, bro. I was telling my
¿Cuántos
wife.
años?
I was telling my wife, like, I can't imagine going anywhere alone, like, especially
Shit.
on vacation. Like,
Yo, I used to fly to Bulgaria alone when I was like 9.
yeah, bro, to go see your grandparents. Get the hell out of
Right.
here. We talking about flying to a foreign country alone. Nobody waiting for you. Ain't nobody meeting you. You going
How old
to
is
a
he?
Nah, he's a grown man, but
Oh.
he's still he's my only son. Like he's 23, I think. I think he
That
turns
sounds peaceful.
I
That
think
sounds so peaceful.
I think he turns 23 in 2 days or some shit, or 24.
He speaks
I don't
Spanish,
know.
right?
I mean, he could defend himself enough.
He's good then.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's not about a fear thing. It's more like, yo, at 23, I wanted to be with my boys and we going on trips together. Like, I just never, I mean, again, in my whole entire life, I never did a solo vacation out of the country. That just seems like,
Incredible.
That sounds
He
dope.
said incredible. Really? You would do it alone, Tone?
Bro, if I'm going to Dominican Republic alone, I'm instantly off the plane, Yam Nation. I mean, bro, that's peaceful, bro. That's a peace of mind.
Oh man.
I guess.
I ain't got to worry about dividing nothing. You got,
Oh man.
man.
Tone's gonna come with a box of
I don't know.
Trojans
It's
and
like,
some
yo,
dreams.
who do you take pictures with? Who you taking a shot with? Like, yo, you getting on the jet skis alone? You doing the motor? What is it? I can't even think.
No. You're
ATVs alone.
right. Most
I don't
most most
know. I
most people in
offered.
their early
Yo, then
20s.
he shut me down. I'm like, yo, you want me to go? I'll go with you, and I'll fucking take you around the whole country so you can really get the
He's like,
feel.
nope.
He like, nope, shot me down. My heart was all on the floor, leaking. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh. No, you are right though. At that age, most dudes go with their boys, and
Yeah,
yeah, I guess
or at least a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
something. Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, he did have a cousin that was gonna go. Obviously, things ain't work out for that cousin, and
Is he like a loner in general?
he is though. That's his
Well, there you
thing.
go.
He is. He is. I know, but I didn't know he was this much of a like. This is taking it a whole nother step. You know.
Yeah, I
At
get
least
it.
in my opinion, you know, I've been to plenty countries and never alone to any
Yeah.
of them.
I would
I,
love that.
I guess it depends. If he grew up in a house with a lot of people, sometimes people like that want to get off and be by themselves.
Yeah, that ain't how he grew up. I
No.
mean, we got a big family on both sides of his, you know, his mom's side and my side, but you
Not
know,
together.
he's got no siblings that ever lived with him.
Okay. Well,
But
he's
let me get to these phone calls. JT, free call, champ. What up? If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up while we wait for JT to connect. We got the real McCoy back at us with another 5. Why not the Denny's guy from Ukraine
So,
and make it a unification? What's up, champ?
yeah, what up, Ness? Yeah, I sound like I'm repeating. Y'all don't hear that echo?
We don't hear no
nope.
echo.
Okay.
Clean.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You know, shout out to J Mac calling him, man. I mean, Tank is Tank to him. I disagree with that call. Tank definitely can box. He just I just see when he fights boxers, he just come forward. He's just a come forward boxer at the time. And when Tank when he fight guys like um what's that dude name that just lost? Forgot his name. He just lost, the little Mexican dude. He just lost. He boxed in that
Eastside
fight. So
Cruz?
Tank can box. Yeah. Pitbull.
Yeah.
He can box. He just gonna fight the fight that makes sense for him in that time, you know. Like if he fights Shakur, I used to have Shakur pinning Tank up, but now the fights got closer, man, because Tank be posing a lot of stuff and that a lot of people don't pay attention to, you know, with Tank. So like Tank is a hard customer. I disagree on the Barrios fight. I met Barrios in person, bro. I didn't know that dude was that tall. So I don't see Tank fighting a Mario Barrios again, if that's what y'all talking about. And you know, every fighter, every Bud fan, because you know, I was a Bud fan before Errol fight, but you know, I was rocking with Errol before that fight. I still rock with Errol, but I'm a Bud fan too, though, man. I respect Bud, what he did, what he accomplished in the sport. But I'm a Bud fan too, so y'all got to stop saying that shit. Talking about every Bud fan come in because y'all making it personal. It's not the Bud fan that just like Tank and shit like that. It's just J Mac with his different opinion on that fight. And bringing up a purse doesn't mean don't break down a fight how a fighter will win. That don't have nothing to do with this topic. If y'all talking about the Shakur, I'm assuming Shakur and Tank fighting. Can y'all still hear me?
We
Yeah,
hear
we hear
you.
you.
Okay, now it just got real quiet. Nah, man, but you know that's a waste of point of bringing up who got the bigger purse and all that, and then we talking about breaking down fights because sometimes this shit get out of hand, and J Mac like breaking down points. That's his opinion though, but I disagree with that. I think Tank is a boxer. I think he's a hybrid boxer. He could mix it up. He stalked Frank Martin, and Frank Martin is a boxer. Tank just was posing his will in there, and Frank Martin wasn't making adjustments to it. So when you brought that up, Marco, that was a good bring up. Uh, you said Wichita was boxing. The one that he knocked out with an uppercut. That guy, he's not
Santa
really no good
Cruz.
boxer. He
Yeah.
just threw a lot of punches.
He was fucking Tank
And
up too until he got caught. Not fucking
yeah,
him up, but
going
he was doing
backwards, but
well.
he that don't mean that don't make him a
But
good
it's not your
boxer.
time.
We
That's
know
the
Santa
bell,
Cruz is a
champ.
guy that come forward. But that's my call.
We got DC3, J Mac, and Brandon. Gotta be kinfolks. Same takes. We got Mix 616, member for 10 months on that champ level. He said Tank is in a situation where he's demanded if he do, damned if he don't. Shakur fight is not the one to be made. Let it marinate for years. Who has Shakur fought? Rayo announcement coming soon. Yeah, Rayo team seem like they're not doing that fight right now. H-Town, Tank versus Pac. Might as well do Tank versus Casanat. Yeah, I think Tank versus Pac is more realistic, and it won't be laughed at once it gets made. Naeem, $5. Conor Ben been asking for smoke with Tank. Let's see that. Don't think we'll get that either, as Tank is a U.S. fighter, and that fight, it's not really gonna do much here.
And I don't see Conor getting down to 35.
Conor needs it would be at 47. Conor needs to get a bit like a name so more UK dudes could back him. We got Kaz, $2. Tank versus Gary Russell Jr. Thurman versus Berto, co-main. I like it as a hardcore, but I think that the Gary Russell fight is like past the sell date. Like, Tank fans don't know who Gary Russell is. You got to be me and Marco's age to know Gary Russell, and to know that they had a feud. You know what I mean? Like Tank's fans after Ryan, and like they don't know nothing about his beef with Gary. Counterpunch, J Matt.
Yo.
What up?
We copy.
Get at us.
Yo, can you hear me, Ness?
Yep.
Okay, I had to bounce out. Hey, man, shout out to my brother, man. Look, all great minds don't think alike, but that don't make you great. It don't make you right, neither. Either way, but I have more longevity of being right on this show when it comes down to the picks. That's why I created the J-Mac era. Ness, you try to slander my name, tell me I think I'm Bud. I think you're just saying that in a heated battle, because we was all on your neck and your throat, not letting you come up for air. But look, Mr. Perfect. Normally I don't respond to the people that's under my shoe, and I normally don't respond to mushmouth niggas that call in here sounding like they about to jump off a bridge. Because Errol went in there and got his ass beat into fucking retirement. How dare you come after me and tell me I'm a Bud fan when your deluded ass still calling around here? You done lost your pictures, the holes in your wall you done punched in behind your obsession with Errol. Hey, bro, you the one that came off that loss and haven't recovered and regrouped. I'm totally fine. I call it how I see it. Tank is a duck. He has ducked Loma. He has ducked Devin, and he has made this shit talking about he don't got to fight for belts when it's all duck tactics, and y'all just falling in the line like the deluded Tank fans. Y'all all shout out to y'all. I'm just gonna put my mask on around you niggas, cause I ain't trying to get sick. I haven't bought it yet. I'm not buying it yet. For everybody that think I watch Tank fans, I don't watch Tank fights, cause I'm not buying bullshit. So until Tank fight a guy that we think he can fight, or that's going to challenge him, whether it's 10%, 15%, I'm just going to continue calling in and calling him out. He can't say he no cash cow, and he damn sure ain't earned it, And he can't damn sure compare himself to Canelo because the difference with Canelo flat-footed ass, he actually fought those names. And he is a cash cow. And I don't even fuck with Canelo neither. But Tank ain't close to that. Tank comes forward against guys that he know he can box and beat or knock out. He won't come forward against a boxer that's gonna step on ankles. Y'all gonna say the fighter ran. Tank will just get his ass whooping out box. It's just gonna be that simple. So until Tank step up and fight a guy on his level or a guy close to his level, because y'all Tank fans got him just above and beyond, like, and he haven't even proved that shit yet. He's knocking out guys he's supposed to knock out. I'm gonna call in until they call and continue calling him out on his bullshit. Mr. Perfect, before you ever address me on TBV ever again, take your meds, nigga. Cause something wrong with your ass. That's my counterpunch.
Damn.
Damn.
What, what,
He's not from Baltimore.
what did he say right before he got at Mr. Perfect?
Something about not wearing, keeping his
TBV
mask on.
You may feel like it's your time.
Shit.
He the A
But it's not
side.
your
I don't
time.
know what.
Keeping his mask on. He doesn't want to contract whatever the Tank fans have.
No. It was after that.
Tank ain't Birdman.
Something about a mush mouth dude. I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah,
Bootsy.
terrible. Bootsy.
What that nigga said, man.
How can you not like Tank that much without knowing him personally?
What do you mean?
He cursed me out on my Instagram, Tank, and I don't hate him that much.
Tank got at you on the gram?
Yeah, he did. Which
sure?
is weird because it was a video about him that was complimentary. I heard that he didn't like videos I'd put out earlier of him sparring with, might have been Kevin Johnson, where Kevin was touching him up. I think that's what he was mad at, but he commented on a video I put up that I'm actually complimenting him.
Come on, man. He know who you are. You Marcos, the Elijah Pierce overhyper. Get out of here. We all know you.
Oh, that's what you think it is? Well, it's also Kevin Johnson. That video's out too.
Nah, it's still Elijah Pierce. You out here. You and OTX out here pumping up spawn from when Tank was a toddler.
A toddler?
Yeah.
Nah, but the thing with my video is when you watch
Elijah Pierce hit Marcos down bad, right? They over there motherfucking doing commentary on Spawn when Elijah Pierce had a bib on.
But the thing with my video is even with that sparring, I make it clear. I'm like, yo, do you guys think that this is how it happened, or is it just the highlights and Tank really got at him? I'm not, you know what I mean? It's real balanced the way I put it out.
Real balance. You be watching that Spawn like, ooh, look at what Elijah Pierce did. It's like, bruh.
Yo, I don't sound like Opie Taylor.
Tank had a bib, man. He was a baby.
I do not sound like that.
OTX and Marco.
Ooh, look at what Elijah Pierce did.
OTX and Marco.
That's how I talk?
Yo, OTX and Marco, y'all need to be suspended off Instagram.
Who the hell is OTX?
OTX, that's who be pushing them. You and OTX. Y'all the
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God. Yo, they're only the king of highlights, you highlight king.
I have no idea who that is.
OTX.
I can hear you. I just don't know who that is.
Whoa.
Maybe I don't pay attention to the highlight. Who puts it out? I don't know.
It's a business. It's OTX, the brand.
Yeah, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe if I see the logo, it's
Lord, you know he don't watch fights.
Well, I don't watch highlights either, obviously.
They got a whole series. They got an entire series. It's been running for 2 years.
Yeah, I'd have to see the logo to know for sure.
My dude, the logo is OTX.
I know, but how it looks. Maybe the letters,
you
the colors.
Can't make this shit up with Marcos.
I don't think it's that funny.
Al
Okay.
in the Bay, what up? Bruh, you funny. You was funny to me, I'll tell you that. Al in the Bay.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, man. I don't know what people want from Tank, bro. Tank tried to do what people asked him to do. He tried to unify, right? And then, one had excuse saying, Um, he's not fighting till next year, which was Loma. And then Shakur, I guess his team was like, "Oh, we're gonna marinate that fight." So it's kind of like, what do you want from Tank at this point? You know? Um, yeah. Now, if he bring a champ up from 130, I don't mind it. If he bring a champ up from 130, just because the laws of boxing is like, if a champ come up, he immediately get that fight, and he ain't gotta wait in line, So that's just his obligation duty if the champ decide to move up and fight him, which is Roach, So I don't mind that either because that's his obligation to do so. Um, yeah, man. So um, we wanted him to fight a boxer, and people gonna say, "Oh, Frank Martin was a boxer." Frank Martin was a boxer. A lot of people had Frank Martin uh, before Frank Martin got knocked out. A lot of people had Frank Martin, in good stance, even though Frank Martin never won a belt. Um, you know, so that talk with him saying he never fought a boxer, that's trash because like I said, his last fight was a boxer. And he would do the same thing to Shakur. He'll get him in the corner and then he was gonna let loose on him, And I was saying that before Frank Martin. Frank Martin needed to not get caught in that corner. And that's the same thing what his trainer was saying. Don't get caught in the corner. And that same thing Shakur ain't got to do is get caught in that corner. Because if it get caught in that corner, it's lights out. Yeah, man. So, right now it's like Tank is few of options because it's like, well, this person don't want to fight him and that person don't want to fight him. So, um, you know, uh, so it right now to me it's like one of those situations. If Tank trying to get a fight at the end of this year, he just gonna have to pick whoever is willing to step in the ring. Um, so whoever that is, good luck. I'm not gonna put no names on it because the year is almost over. So if he want to try to get a fight this year, he just gonna have to pick whoever in the hat.
No punching after the bell.
Yeah,
Counter.
the problem,
Go
these
ahead.
35, 40 pounders are losing to other people before they fight themselves and, the top dogs, and that's what's happening. What are you going to do?
None of them want
Yo,
competition, bro.
Seems that way.
Boxing.
JT. What up?
Horrible.
yo, yeah. Two Tone. Well, nah, they just told me where you from. I heard your little slick ass jokes with Birdman, Boosie. Nigga don't even be listening to that. Man, that shit weak though, man. When you come back and say shit like that.
Don't be
You
mad
know,
Lil
maybe
Wayne ain't
take
make
that
the
poke,
Super Bowl,
maybe,
nigga. I
maybe
know y'all
take
niggas
that
mad
poke
over
boy
there.
sandwich
It's
out your
Kendrick
fat
time.
ass mouth and you open your mouth and you listen. Stop eating all the fucking time. Maybe you'll be able to have some clear ears.
Oh
That's what it
God.
sounds like you eating a bunch of fucking pork and beef and shit. Yeah, man, but I don't know what the topic is, man, but I feel like I had to come back and say that because I heard Two Tone make them little slick ass fucking comments about Boots and Birdman and shit. I guess that's a New Orleans joke.
Y'all
That's a New
down
Orleans joke,
bad,
Two
bro.
Tone.
Y'all down bad.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Nah, man, but like I was saying though, Marco, you said Santana Santa Cruz, right? The one that Tank knocked out. You label him as a boxer?
Yeah, he has a good boxing skill. He's not a pure boxer, but
He
he has a definitely good
Yeah,
boxing skill.
that's what I know. But when J Mac was talking about, we can't label him as a boxer because he has some boxing skills, but he's not a pure boxer.
That's
We
true.
talking about I think Frank Martin was Mario Barrios had some boxing skills that gave Tank trouble. And you know what's so crazy about this thing though, bro? A lot of people talk about Tank, but a lot of the fights, the dudes be in there, they be giving Tank some trouble before he clip them and knock them out. So I don't understand where they get in their head and sit there and have the audacity to say, oh, until they see Tank fight somebody, because he always fights somebody. And the dudes always be in the fight. You know what I mean? that's up. I guess you could say Tank be lackluster. He be letting them think they in the fight, then he clip them. Maybe that's all a mind game. But guess what?
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be somebody that's gonna have to show him that you give me these rounds, I'm gonna take them from you.
So who's the
Shakur,
only
you probably
boxer
can't do that against. Go ahead. What you say?
I'm saying what boxer then? Who you think is a boxer in the division that he could fight?
Well, we Shakur Stevenson. Of course, that's the best boxer he can fight. And Tank know he can't give rounds up against Shakur like that. I think he have trouble with Shakur Stevenson style, but like I said, I've been watching Tank how he fights. I think he could catch. I think he could catch up to Shakur too. All this talking about this dude can't box. I don't know. I don't know what they see. They need to go maybe look at Tank when he was in the amateur. Dude can box, but this is
Yeah,
the
he
pro
can.
game. They got 8-ounce fucking gloves on. It takes a one shot, a few shots definitely from coming from Tank,
You may
because he
feel
feel like
like
when
it's
he
your
catch your
time,
ass, that it's
but it's
lights
not
out.
your time.
So like man,
That's
I
the
just saying
bell,
I gotta
player.
start
That's
giving
the
him better
bell.
credit.
If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. J-Mac, counter.
Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Clean.
It's my third counter punch. Musty energy. Oh, first of all, good morning to you, good brothers.
Come on.
Humpty Dumpty.
What's
Hey, I
cracking?
didn't even hear. Excuse me, Marco. Step out. Fall back a little bit. I didn't hear Humpty Dumpty comment because I called in. I was trolling. I was playing, doing my little J Mac era. Because you know I got my fanboys in the crowd with the pom poms hating on me and shit like that. So I just give them fuel to kind of get them going and shit. But I didn't even hear you shoot your shots. You know what's so musty about your energy? The way Mama Lobos cooked your ass. But hey, man, look, Humpty Dumpty,
I
do what you
love
do.
her.
They got people. Hey, I know, I love what she did too. But they got people who actually enjoy what you bring to the show. Shout out to you,
Thank you.
and keep your must energy around, bro. It's needed.
Musty
Hey,
energy.
thank you. Hey, what's his name? Angel, not Angel. What's his name? Angel. Used to call Ryan brother off the back call. I done forgot his name. Let's help me out. What's up off the back
Venom?
call? He used to call him, yeah, Venom. Venom called in here lying a few shows ago saying I was saying Devin was gonna knock Ryan out. How pathetic and desperate that gotta be just to have something up on top of me saying you beat me or you beat me in the bed. Venom, stay your ass inside. I ain't never said Devin was gonna knock out Ryan. I was realistic about Devin's having to adjust to certain things that Ryan brought to the table. We all, and most of us back there, thought that Devin was going to win the fight. Just like even the people that troll to this day saying Devin got his ass whipped, they thought Devin was going to win the fight as well too. But nobody wanted to put up no money. Nobody wanted to bet anything. Y'all just wanted to talk from a safe place. And so you out here lying, talking about say he was going to knock Ryan out. Never said that. But we found out what happened. We seen what Ryan's true nature is and what he needs to put in his system for the pillow fisted guy. For it's like with my brother JT, look man, we agree, we disagree on topics all the time. Anybody who know us know that we don't never agree on much about boxing, but we agree on the right shit though, and we agree on fair is fair. Like fair is fair that Ryan cheated, Devin lost, and he got his win back because Ryan had to cheat. But for as the Tank, I just don't see what y'all see. I'm not amazed with Tank antics. I think he does fight for a money print, but I just think he fights a very safe list of fighters, and they also moving him. They moving him with like somebody that just got up out of a pull-up, or Pampers, because he's still getting potty trained. They got to hold his hand before he crosses the street. Make sure you look both ways. But Tank, that's just how it is with him. Until Tank fight elite level boxer, I'm gonna continue calling in, and Lord knows, he didn't ducked all the fights he needed to duck, but he still. I don't see how he don't get called out for the bullshit. So my energy gonna stay the
You may
same on
feel like it's
on
your
Duck
time,
Davis. Shout
but
out
it's
to Duck
not your
Davis,
time.
man.
I agree, man. It's just nasty at the highest level right now. Like we condition as boxing fans to really be talking about bringing up 130 pounders. This should be Shakur Stevenson. This should be Shakur Stevenson.
Absolutely.
But Eddie, I trying to be a fake Alzheimer protection program, stepped in, told Shakur I can get you an easy bag for Joe Cordina. It's just a nasty catch 22. Because on one end, you want the competition. Then on the other end, let me go ahead and get this easy bag. Then the fans who don't get none of that money at all. Like, you guys get none of Shakur Stevenson's money at all. He probably wouldn't even stop to take a picture with you without at least 5 call downs. You're going to defend it because your favorite fighter is getting the money that he's never going to spend with you. He's not even going to give you your money back entertainment wise.
Bird.
Mr. PBC.
That's a caller?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Damn.
Left my charger at home. Yeah, my phone might die in a couple seconds, but damn, I'm gonna hit his car. Yeah, I don't really see the problem with Tank. I mean, he's doing what he needed to do. He beat somebody that somebody couldn't beat. Obviously, can't handle his leftovers. He tried to get Loma, but Loma said he's busy, he needs a vacation, wants to put down his guns and wave the white flag. He tried to fight Shakur. Shakur did what he did, played leapfrog, and then obviously made a 2-fight deal. Like, what is he supposed to do? I mean, I feel like a Pacquiao fight would be dope. I mean, if you beat Pacquiao, you do it better than Floyd. You obviously do it better than Keith because he didn't win. That's a nice echelon fight right there for him. There's no one available, and everybody's wanting to hide underneath the rock like Shakur. Then do what you got to do. That's my call, man.
All right, champ. Isaiah. Isaiah.
Guess not.
All right. J Matt.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yep.
Man, shit, tripping. I gotta get out and hop on. That's gotta hop on.
All right. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. We're trying to put this in the eyes of other boxing fans that haven't found us just yet. That's going to mean more callers, different takes. So spread the show. Spread the word. What up?
Okay, sometimes
You broke up.
I gotta hop off. Like, man,
All
can you
right.
hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, hey, good morning to you, good gentlemen. Hey, man, look, it ain't hate or take, man. I just want to see the man be great, man. I got a few names and some styles that I would like to see him fight. Not saying Tank need to fight all these guys to prove anything. He's already accomplished. He's already a fake money man, or I'm sorry, a supposed money man in the sport. Shout out to him. He's making his money. Damn, you guys still calling yourself promotional companies? Damn, thought that shit was a little outdated. Shout out to them though. They know who they are. Look, man, I like to see him fight like a De Los Santos. The same Shakur that had a problem with the power punching speed, speedy guy, explosive guy, De Los Santos. He actually will gamble. He'll jump in and out, leave his feet, jump in front tank. That's a knockout waiting to happen. But he also punches hard. He's fast. He's explosive. He can box. I actually like to see him fight the guy that Teal actually should have lost to. What was his name? Shit, I can't think of his name. Not Teal. One of Teal's last fights. Help me out, Ness.
Steve Claggett? Jermaine
No.
Ortiz?
No. Yeah, Jermaine Ortiz. Not saying Jermaine Ortiz probably can beat him, just the style, the athleticism, the ability to box, to get on his toes. Show them levels that Tank supposedly have, showing that he could box. I I love the big watching Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney with that jab, even though he drops it a little bit, it favored Ryan, the taller guy with quicker hands. Tank is the shorter guy, will have to punch up majority of that fight, so he may not have the same advantages. Power punching, drug taking Ryan had against Devin. And I actually go really. I want to see somebody really beat Devin ass because I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I seen a guy have to cheat to do it. I'd love to see Shakur. I think Shakur beats them all. I've been saying Shakur beat them all. I think Shakur's ability to box, step on angles, create space, fight behind his hand, position his hands in position so he can counter. I think all that gives Tank Davis problems. I think
Looks like he must have got a call.
Yeah.
Yo, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, shit, I gotta take. Look, no, let me finish it up. I think Shakur still beats him. I want to see the Tank front foot Davis. I mean, my bad, Tank duck front foot Davis. I want to see how he looks going against elite boxers because I don't think he'd be able to cut the ring off effectively behind that high guard. And I don't think he boxed that good. I think he boxed well against guys that he more superior than. I don't think he boxed well against guys that's going to challenge him and makes him actually have to set up his big punches. And then lastly, since Tank is limited with the punches he throw, because he don't throw a lot of punches. I think he'll have a hard time putting the punches together and being efficient with his power. That's why I want to see him against elite level thinkers. That's my last comment.
You may feel like it's your time,
All right.
but it's not your time.
I mean, I feel like he's fought a lot of elite level thinkers, but
We got Tommy, Florida.
What up, Nash? You got me?
Yep.
TVV. Hey, man, I'm just calling cap on your boy that calling in that clearly hates Tank. He's talking that shit, but it's funny as hell because we know he lying. Like, you sit here and you say, you like, oh, I don't watch Tank fights. But then you critique what his opponents did wrong during the fight on that's why Tank won. So you want us to believe that you didn't watch Tank fight Frank, but you watch Shakur fight the guy that Frank beat. And that's why you think Shakur can beat Tank. Like, come on, bro. It's all good, but you know, you call him a fake cash cow. It's just fun. It's entertaining this morning. Nah, I think, you know, he got his opinion. If he don't like to do, he don't like to do. I don't know what autograph Tank didn't get him one time back in the day that got him feeling like this, but he definitely hot about that shit. That nigga really wanted that goddamn t-shirt signed, boy. Tank ain't do it. But yeah, man, you know, it's crazy. You gotta discredit this dude. If it's all right to think Shakur can win, I don't think Shakur can win. Like, then who has Tank fought? Like, people say that, and then they name the guy that he think can beat Tank. And I'm like, well, if you look at both of their resumes, Tank's resume is way the fuck better than Shakur's, if you ask me. Is way better than Devin's, if you ask me. You know, you say, oh, he knocked out the guy that what you say, Tank knock out the guy he's supposed to knock out. Yeah, he's supposed to knock out undefeated Mario Barrios, who never been knocked out and was bigger than him, and now is at 147 a champion, but he was supposed to knock him out. He was supposed to knock out, you know, Pedraza when Pedraza was Pedraza was on some shit back then. But you know, it's all good. You know, people just want to discredit a man. Now I heard you hit the button, Ness. I heard you hit the button. Yeah, you're right. His resume ain't way better than Devin once you add in, you know, Loma and I don't know, you know, Cambosis beat Theo, so you got to give him props for that.
just
but
Loma.
Yeah,
You may feel like it's
but
your
that's
time,
my
All
call,
right.
man. When he
but
call
it's not
back
your
in,
time.
tell him something. Tell him he gonna get that autograph.
Yo, Marcos, how dare you? This is what I don't get about you as a fighter. Like, you fought. How could you say just Loma?
In terms of when you compare the resumes, Loma's the one
No.
fighter
When you're
that
giving
Devin fought.
credit, you're like just
No,
Loma.
compared to Tank. Not that that's the only fighter that
Yeah,
Devin
but
fought.
that caller said specifically, you got to give him credit when you factor in Loma and Cambosis for
Right.
beating
And
Tio,
Cambosis, I don't fully agree with, but Loma I do.
you said not Cambosis.
Right.
Again,
Right.
so you're discrediting Devin
No,
getting
I'm
a
not
win over
discrediting.
Cambosis
I'm
after
not
he beat the
discrediting
guy that was the
Cambosis.
guy.
No, I'm not saying Cambosis wasn't, but I'm saying that Tank's level of fighters that he beat is good or better than Cambosis. I just think Loma's
No
the one.
fighter Tank fought has beat Tio.
Look, we could argue that Tio was almost dead, as per his doctor's note in that fight, and maybe that because has Cambosis looked good besides that?
Bro, we could argue that Canelo didn't cheat per his doctor's note. Come on, bro. You sound crazy
I
right
believe
now.
it because Tio didn't look himself in that fight.
All right.
But then again, you know what? He didn't look himself in some fights following that too. So whatever.
I am Beach.
Yes, you are.
I am Beach.
You
You
a
gotta
straight
unmute.
beach.
You gotta unmute, fam.
Say, yo, you can hear me?
We hear you.
What's up? This Pristine.
Oh, all right. Pristine Sports Network. What up?
Yeah, you capping, Ness. Camboso's trash, bro. We ain't about to do
Man,
that.
you
We gotta
crazy.
stop
Y'all
that, bro.
y'all can't
Nah, he's not
discredit that
trash.
man
He's
after
just
beating fucking
Nah,
Tio.
he's trash.
Crazy.
Man,
He
he
ain't want to
beat
fight
Tio,
since.
man. Drop that man.
He ain't want to fight since.
Yeah, and
That was
neither did
that was
motherfucking
Yeah, he
years.
Buster
did.
Douglas, but he in the history books. Y'all can't change that. Y'all could try
That
and
was
change
years
that.
ago.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to erase that. Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson and Cambosis beat Tio. Dropped him.
yeah. I
Yeah, let
mean,
me get back on the topic. Y'all talking about Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach lost a unanimous decision to Jamal Herring, who got TKO'd by Shakur. I don't want to hear it. We not giving no props for Lamont Roach. I don't even want to hear that. Like, that's a
See, this
cherry
is when
pick.
I be expecting Marcos, the former fighter, to jump in like, nah, man, you gotta respect something about a dude that takes a loss to a former champion, comes back, finds a way to get on top, wins a world title, and defends it to prove that he's a real champ. See, I don't know. I just love the essence of the sport. Y'all chase names, you know what I'm saying? Lamont is proven to me. You know what I'm saying? He got it the
He a
hard
good
way.
fighter.
Nah, you
He a
just
good
try to make
fighter.
him.
He's
You
not
just
no
try to make him seem less than.
He's
He's
not
a
no
current
competition
champion.
for Tank. This is a fighter that's tailor made for Tank to knock out. Like nobody
Nobody's
is not thinking he
competition to
not
Tank.
getting knocked out.
Nobody's competition to Tank.
Shakur is competition to Tank.
So why he
If he
fighting
would have kept,
Cordina?
so why he ain't have that same energy he had for Loma for Shakur? Why you even send Loma the offer? You should have sent
My
Shakur off.
bro,
There should have
Shakur the
never
one
been a
changed
Loma
his
offer.
hashtag, not Tank. Shakur put Chase in the bag. He ain't want to fight Tank no
Man,
more.
that forget the hashtags. You got the nerve to speak Loma name, but you all Tank got to say is 4 words. I want Shakur next. He will never say them words.
Loma's
Is
more
he in the 6th,
legacy.
7th? Man, Loma is 37. Now you want to fight this man.
Loma's
Fight
more
somebody your own
legacy,
age.
and if he beat Loma, you know he builds up the Devin fight.
Man, he ain't trying to build up that Devin fight. I don't think he ever gonna fight Devin for real.
Nah, I
mean,
think
he's
y'all
scared of
wrong.
the weight.
I think he's seen what he needed to see now.
I think it's the weight. He really don't want to deal with that weight. I mean,
My
if he
man,
do, he gonna put him on a clause. Devin gonna have to take the weight clause. He gonna have to take a rehydration
bro,
clause.
he just
for
watched
sure.
somebody he fought fight him. I don't think the weight
Yeah.
matter. But I
Man,
could
and
be
now
wrong.
he trying to fight anybody at 144 with a rehydrate. Man, that man ain't never fight nobody at 140 by himself. But yeah. Before I finish, DC3 a clown, and Shakur beats him off. Go ahead and set it up. Appreciate y'all
You may
taking the
feel
call.
like it's your time, but it's not your time.
I mean,
Shakur 135 campaign has been absolutely trash. Stop saying Shakur beat them all. That man
well,
ain't even been
so
tested
what you
yet.
think, Tone? Did Tank stop Shakur? What happened?
Yeah, Tank stopped Shakur the same way he stopped Frank Martin. Shakur
Yeah,
ain't.
I'm with you. I agree. But Shakur does have a very exceptional ability to move his feet, stay away, and so that might be a problem.
Well, we gonna go 11 rounds before he in the corner, yelling like he from Jersey, getting beat on by that Baltimore man. It's gonna go from
Oh,
7 to 11th round.
I
yeah,
got
Like, what
Jersey
has
dudes
Shakur
always get beat
done?
up. Yep.
Guy K. Welcome to the prospect level. Guy K. right back at us with $5. First super chat on a live stream. Shout out to you opening that wallet with us. He says, Tank like Floyd right now. Everybody hates him and want to see him lose. Shaking my head.
No.
You ain't lying. DC3, $2. Shout out to the truck drivers. Where the hell is King Born? DC3, $2 more. J-Mac hate for Tank has to be studied. The real McCoy, $2. Schofield is also an option, no? No, he's not. According to what he told us on this show, they got a contract with Netflix. DC3 counterpunch.
Yo, Liz, you
Yo.
can hear me. I'm in the restaurant. You can hear me. It's loud.
Yup, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, man. If y'all ever come to Houston, you know, come to this. It's this little breakfast spot. It's called Frank's Grill. One of the best breakfast spots in Houston. But man, shout out to J Mac, man, because like I always say, I'm gonna give him credit. I'm not a hater. This guy, his knowledge about the sport and how he breaks the fight down is awesome. But J Mac, you're a hater. You know, J Mac is starting to come off his way, J Mac. You know what I'm saying? J Mac, like, come on, J Mac. We know that Tank Resume is better than Devs and Kerr. You know, it's clearly obvious. Who has Devs beat that Tank can't beat? And then shout out to my guy Pristine, because I finally got him to call in. You know what I'm saying? Because all that nonsense he be having going on in the chat, it's sad. You know, he run his secure propaganda all week, every day. But yeah, Nish, Devin, Tank gonna have to, Devin too big to be trying to fight Tank. It's clear as day. Devin came in at 170. You know what I'm saying? They're 95 rounds. So why we
I'm
trying to
just
get him to
saying.
fight a guy?
I'm just saying. Sometimes when people see vulnerability, they jump on certain fights.
I don't think Devin over with. That guy's skill is immaculate. He's an awesome boxer. I just think he caught. That's what happens though when you fight guys who not athletic and don't got no power. He was getting away with fight guys that really ain't just that. You know what I'm saying? They moved Devin the right way. They moved Devin. He ran into somebody that had real power, that was around his age, and what happened to him? And then Pristine, you talking about Tank fighting Loma? How old is Jamel here in this? Ain't he damn near 40? So we got to stop doing this, Pristine. Oh, Jamel here, because that's his favorite name to call him, Oscar Valdez, a flat-footed fighter, Oscar Valdez. Come on, man, we gotta stop this Tank. Hey, like I said, I'm not cool with him fighting Roach. I don't want to see it. I want that T.O. smoke, and I'm gonna keep saying it. We went for the IBL. You know what I'm saying? Loma Duck. We sent Shakur offer. He priced himself out. And like I said last week, I seen the Cholos in the Galleria. Rollout coming soon. I'm out.
All right.
Peace.
We got OMZ. OMZ.
Yo, yo.
Yo.
It's good, Ness. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Bro, listen, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna hate on this guy, Tank, man. He's a talented fighter. You know what I'm
You may
saying? But
feel like it's your time.
he ain't trying to fight the guys that we trying to see him fight, bro. Like, bro, he never wanted to fight Loma. I know Devin wanted to fight Loma when he was 19. Teofimo was already fought Loma. You know what I'm saying? You can say you don't want to fight him now, but back in the day, he never wanted that smoke. He had to get Mayweather to hold his hand. Say, yo, Mayweather, come protect me. Look, I ain't going to take credit from him. He's a solid fighter, bro, but Bro, you got Tio right there. You can set up a fight with Tio. You know what I'm saying? If you offer him the right money, I know Tio said he's not gonna fight him, but if you give him a right chunk of money, he'll take that fight, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But Ness, you remember that interview, right, with Leonard Ellaby when he was saying something about this was right after Devin won the undisputed titles from Kambosos, and he said you got to bring something else to the table other than hardware.
Yeah.
You remember that interview, Ness?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this hardware is like what all these boxers are trying to achieve, bro. You can't just be saying that. That just tells you right there that they don't want the smoke. This man said hardware. What the fuck? Bro, who cares about how much money they bring? We trying to see the best fight the best, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they care about is pocket watching. And all these fans trying to say, oh, it's not money worth. You got Showbiz saying you're trying to fight Pacquiao. Like, why are you watching another nigga's pockets, bro? You're not going to make any of that money, fam. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, look, Teofimo's there. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get the Ryo fight. That's cool. You can get that till next year. But I'm saying Teofimo's a good fight now. Or Bahorchek. But yeah, man. That's all I got to say,
Yeah,
man.
maybe they could do
Appreciate
the
it,
Baran check left field, man. That'll be a decent one if they could pull that left field, because I think he's not with Top Rank. I think he's with, like, Frank Warren or K2 Promotions. So, yeah, maybe that. We got All and 83. You. All right, going once. All and 83. All righty then. Looks like we got Years of Lurking, $2. And he says, Edwin Trash, the F, bring back Danny Tone, too casual. Damn, you call Edwin De Los Santos trash?
You may feel
Alan
like it's
Day,
your time, but it's not your time.
$5. Marco has Tank, 3 pound for pound without a unification bout with several weight classes. Tank, being this big money fighter, is also in question. Shakur, unanimous decision, 12 rounds. So you have Tank top 3 pound for pound?
I do. I have him in at third.
Really?
I do. Inoue, Bud Inoue, and then Tank third.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And then I got Benavidez, and then I got Bam Rodriguez.
In your pound for pound.
Those are my top 5 right there.
Wow. So
Bud,
you were looking
Inoue,
for controversy. Tank. You were looking for controversy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Benavidez.
right. You're such a content creator. You're looking for content. You're looking for controversy, bro. Come on, bro.
The man in the mirror.
3, bro. 3.
3.
And then you're gonna say fucking Benavidez, who hasn't, like, he just moved up. Lord have mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Your pound for pound.
Now you could argue.
Like
you could argue Usyk should be there. You could argue Usyk should be there, but
argue.
You could argue. But you know, Usyk's fight with Fury was super close. Benavidez never had any close fight.
He said you could argue that Usyk should be there, not that Canelo should be there. You sound like
you could argue Canelo too, but Canelo's lost, so I'm going with the dominance of the current fighters.
Canelo's lost. And how long ago was that? Did you forget that was Bivol? Do you even know how long ago that was?
Everybody has. That's my criteria.
Your criteria
by the way,
stinks.
Benavidez would beat Cinnamon down to a little cinnamon pulp.
Your criteria stinks.
You stink, punk.
Bro, what a horrible pound for pound list, bro.
Well, let's hear yours.
Burn that list, bro.
Let's hear yours.
Nope. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't believe in pound for pound. They garbage lists.
Punk.
Nasty work. Two-tone the superstar.
My man got a
platforms.
minimum weight, a light heavyweight, a lightweight, And then
And then
and the
whatever
fucking
Bam is. Bam's
junior
what is he?
middleweight. Then a junior middleweight. You're all over the place with your pound for pound
Greatest
list.
pound for pound list in boxing.
Yeah, you know why you did it. Where can they find you in that sick list?
Marco Boxing. All platforms. Check the top pound for pound list.
Peace.
Peace.